Good evening and welcome to Punks on Film, where tonight we're talking about aliens. I'm your host for tonight, Mamu Nestor, Mamu's action figure blog, and I'm here with my co-host here, my guest tonight, Tony Romo, Tony's Figs. How's it going?
Tony's Figs, man, doing good. Doing good. Ready to talk about some movies. Talked about all the customizing and tips and tricks yesterday, so I'm down to talk some movies, man, especially one of my favorites. Let's do this.
This is a good one. This is a good one.
Yeah,
Anything else that you're
having a
what
drink.
you got there? What you got?
Oh, just vodka, Cran.
No, okay. All right. Got a little Bushmills red.
There you go, buddy. It's
Good evening,
got the
Allison.
Grey Goose and cranberry.
Grey Goose and Canberra. There you go. Yeah. Good evening, Allison. Good to
Allison,
see you as always. Love your artwork that you're coming out with, that you're putting up there lately. That's pretty cool.
Art coloring so awesome.
Anything that you're watching lately? TV shows, movies, anything?
No, I just found The Outsider, that Stephen King thing on Netflix. It's old. I think I want to say 2015, but maybe it might not be that old. But it's like I was getting into it, and then I haven't picked it back up. I haven't seen the second one. I just on the first one, but it's old.
Heard about this Silo show everybody's talking about. I kind of want to check it out at some point. Twisted Metal, people are talking about. I'm interested in that too.
What's up, DJ?
Watching Foundation. Again, it's not really close to the books. It's kind of all over the place, but I'm a big sci-fi nerd, so that's me.
Oh, of course, man.
DJ, good to see you.
Sci-fi. I'm still getting used to my monitors and everything. I was going to tell you backstage. Well, I got the setup now. Nice office. I mean, for podcasting and live streaming. Oh man! But if you don't tell these monitors from your laptop what they're doing, it could be a bitch, man. Last night I was trying to find my cursor. I was trying to find what the hell's going on. You have to go in there in your settings and set up like what you want to be, monitor 1, monitor 2, monitor 3, and where you want and to the ease of the cursor. Now I got it. And then the technical difficulties yesterday, the camera, it's just the Nexigo $30 webcam, and it's doing pretty good. But if you touch the wire or the USB goes into the damn laptop, it cuts out on me.
That's right.
All of a sudden it'll do that, and I didn't even touch it. I'm like, okay, maybe I should upgrade a little bit.
Get some good wires there, man. It's important.
Yeah, I'm like,
from the short now.
But then I figured it out, and now it effortlessly moves windows and the cursor, and everything's great.
Nice. Any customs that you're working on right now?
I'm just doing some. I'm painting some heads. I'm doing a new head for Chuckles. My buddy Brandon gave me. It looks like a Constantine head, with kind of like wavier blonde hair than just that 20th anniversary Captain America hair that's just perfect, almost Supermanish. So it's kind of cool, wavy and spiky. I'm gonna paint that, and I got a nice head for Torch, the Dreadnought.
Oh yeah.
From I think it's from Thanatos.
Okay.
Unlimited, and so it's time to put on the 40-year-old virgin, magnifiers and go at
it. Yeah, man, my painting's not that precise. I used to paint miniatures, but that was 35, 40 years ago.
Oh, you told me. Yeah. Oh, those magnifiers. If I didn't have those magnifiers doing those pinpoint eyeballs and stuff, I couldn't do it.
I got some little lenses that I can super magnify with a little light on the end and checking that out.
Oh yeah, got to do it, man. That age is creeping up on me with the eyes, man.
Oh yeah.
But other than those head sculpts and stuff, I'm just kit bashing here and there.
Yeah, I try to get Toy Box Customs to paint and make some of my head sculpts that I use.
I got a badass Snake Eyes head sculpt from him. Yeah.
I got the Resolute Snake Eyes from them and a couple others, but that was the Resolute one was my favorite, I think, so far.
Nice. That is dope. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's kind of get into it and talk about one of my favorite movies of all time. We were talking today with another group of friends of mine, and we were saying, what are the best sequels that are out there, right? And Aliens and Terminator 2 come right to the top of my thought process because they're James Cameron's, and they both have Michael Biehn and Bill Paxton in them. What other sequels are you a big fan of that either outshined or added to the first movie so much?
Well, I want to say Godfather 2, but I really like
Oh yeah,
Godfather 1.
now
And
Godfather 2 is a masterpiece, and
oh,
that's
it's
another one that came up
awesome.
in content.
It's
It is
fantastic.
the best one of the trilogy for sure,
Yeah,
because the third one didn't need to happen.
yeah. I don't know. Rocky 2 was cool, but I like Rocky 3 because of the whole Mr. T and the training and all that.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
like the Rocky 3 and what else? I didn't like what was it? What was the second Raiders after Raiders? Temple of Doom?
Temple of Doom was the second one. Yeah.
Raiders was still better than that.
Yep.
We couldn't
Yep.
beat that one.
Raiders is a perfect movie, and
Yeah.
why Lawrence hasn't seen it is a mystery. But we're gonna have to make him watch it at some point. We
Right.
do have an idea of what we want to do for the next Punks on Film, so we'll get there. Rocky 3 is awesome. Yes, I absolutely agree there.
Could Arnold beat an alien? Well, didn't he beat the Predator?
Yes, of course he did.
Predator is an
but
alien?
but could he beat a xenomorph?
Well,
Maybe.
Ripley did.
Hey, you know what? Ripley just put it all into top gear here.
Yeah, she did. That was awesome. I loved it.
All right. Uh, as a kid, I begged my sister to go see this movie when it came out, and she would never take me. She said, "You're too young. It's going to freak you out. It's too scary." And I'm like, "No, I have to go see it." So by the time I actually got a chance to see it, of course, it became one of my favorite movies. And you can chalk that up to cognitive dissonance, or you can chalk that up to James Cameron's excellent filmmaking.
Uh-huh. Exactly. Man, did you see the what you did you see the first one?
No, I didn't see the first one. I had by the time I had seen the second one, because I saw the first one, then the second one. So the first time I actually watched Aliens was on Fox television,
Oh wow.
and so the first time they aired it on Fox television, they put in a whole bunch of material that wasn't in the theatrical release of the movie. And they only
Mm-hmm.
played it once, and then they never showed it like that again on television. And since I got to see that version, I was telling everybody about Ripley's daughter, and everybody thought I was freaking crazy until the special edition version came out, when it showed that scene that I had seen, because they had to cut some stuff out for gore, language, or whatever. So they ended up putting that scene in to help with runtime.
Yeah.
And so in the special edition, it's been restored. And that's the version I watched. Is that the version that you watched?
I think I watched both of them.
Okay.
I watched both of them.
I forget what the difference is because I generally only watch the special edition anymore. I know the scene with the daughter's one, and I think the scene with the live person was that in the movie also, the theatrical?
I can't remember the daughter. I just remember
Okay.
Newt, and that's it. I don't.
Okay.
But I remember
Yeah.
hearing something about her daughter and something like that happened.
Yeah, we'll go over it when we get there because I have some slides for it. If my slides show up, we'll see. There, I got all of them that I wanted this time, so we'll see how that works out. I just wish I could do it in a PowerPoint to make it look a little cleaner, but my little PDF was there. He was washing his hair the day Indiana Jones was on. Yeah,
You washed it right the hell out.
yeah, right, yeah. Now it's all gone. That's what happened. You didn't watch it.
Yep, I guess so.
Let's get into it. Let me bring up some slides here. We're gonna go window. We're gonna go here, and we're gonna take a look at a couple movie posters. This first one, nice and simple, and clean movie poster.
Clean
Doesn't give
font.
you. It's time for war. Doesn't tell you much about it. Just throws up this little thing. I remember seeing the trailers for it. Then you have this one. You You got
That's Rambo Ripley right there.
Rambo Ripley. Yeah, we have Final Form Ripley holding
exactly.
And then I had this poster on my wall. Man, I had a big movie poster of this one. This is just gorgeous. The Queen with the aliens on there, and it just kind of tells you, hey, this is what you're gonna get.
This is some serious business, right? And all that slimy stuff to make milkshakes is what they used in that stuff or whatever.
Yeah, man, they got everything in there. Yeah. Man, this is just awesome. And this is the opening as it slowly opened, just like the first one, with the letters kind of forming out of the background.
Yeah,
splitting up. Stan Winston,
man, Stan the man,
master of visual effects. Man, this guy was king. You know, him and Ray Harryhausen, they kind of designed the special effects for our generation, and nobody's really topped them, I don't think. And you've got the story.
Walter Hill was in on the story. That's awesome. I love him.
Yep. And Dan O'Bannon. So Dan O'Bannon has been a part of this from day one. He's done a lot of good stuff, like Farscape, awesome TV show, by the way. But a great science fiction writer, great kind of horror kind of writer. He's done a lot of cool stuff, written some books. James Cameron. And we see this little spaceship coming up. Gail Ann Hurd. We can kind of forget that she's still around, I guess, and making garbage.
Gail Ann Hurd. She's been a part of a lot of badass movies too. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because she, married Spielberg, right? Or Cameron, I forget. Anyway,
Cameron,
somebody.
I think.
Yeah. And then there it is. There's the escape pod from the first movie.
Wow.
So we're getting caught up. All right, we're picking up right where we left off.
So Ripley's in that, right?
Yeah, that's the escape pod that left, as far as we know.
Yes.
We see some frozen stuff inside there, and there she is.
Was the cat in there with her on this one?
Sure was.
Okay.
And then we get this big monster or something. We don't know what this thing is. All of a sudden, the ship's getting picked up. And what are we doing? Then it cuts through. I mean, this is all just music. James Horner music is carrying on here in the background, setting the mood and the tone for everything. You see this cutting through there. You see that they're cutting through the door, and it's like, what the heck's going on? You see this creepy alien-looking thing coming through here. Like, what the heck is this? With the lasers and the smoke.
They're looking
back
for
in the
her.
80s, that looked pretty badass.
Looking for any survivors in there, yep.
And you get some humans, and you're like, okay, these are definitely humans. There's the cat.
There's the damn cat.
Gotta have the cat. The little shithead.
I forgot the cat's name.
Jonesy. Here we are at Space Station Earth. Look at that. That's a matte painting. That's a gorgeous little matte painting there.
Yep.
And you got the nurse waking her up. Checking on vitals.
So she was asleep forever, huh?
Well, yeah, we're going to get to that in a minute. She hasn't figured that out yet. We don't know. She's just here on Earth. And here comes the emotional manipulator. Yeah, the emotional manipulator from the get-go comes in with her cat. Say, hey, I'm not such a bad guy.
Burt Carter J.
Yep. I need to get on to alert. Yeah. Well, you're here now. Checking it out. You can watch the beginning of it later if you want, but we talked a bunch of stuff. Welcome, PNC.
What's up, PNC?
Here it comes in. Emotional manipulation. Giving her the cat. Saying he's not he works for corporate, but he's not such a bad guy. Well,
yeah,
we'll see about that.
It's such in the future. They wear their first lapel of their coat up.
Did you ever see the show Babylon 5?
No, I don't think so.
It's an awesome show. But anyway, it was made in the 90s. So all of the uniforms had the no collar shirts. So it was almost like the priest collar type of shirt. I always thought that was fun. I like those better than collar. I hated freaking collars. What's up, Johnny Reno?
Johnny's in here. My homie's in here.
And then here we go. The cat starts hissing.
The cat's tripping out.
People start tripping out here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
the dream.
Screaming. Yeah, so we don't know this is a dream just yet. We think,
nope.
Oh crap, she's just in the hospital. The nursing staff's freaking out, and she's got this thing coming right out of her belly. And then boom, she wakes up.
The hell with that dream. Jesus.
Whew. Yeah, no kidding. Wakes up practically having a freaking heart attack. Heinlein, yeah, I love Heinlein. Then there she is, grabbing her cat again. Now, this is the
grabbing her
daughter
cat
scene. Grabbing her, yeah. We
oh man, I do not remember. This is crazy.
So yeah, you didn't watch the special edition then.
Mm-mm.
So yeah.
Stop your grinning and drop your linen. Right. Found her.
That's why. Thanks. He put it on simulcast.
I don't understand what that is. And then it has my comment twice. It has Punk's comment twice. I don't understand.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, dumb.
Change the broadcast on both channels. Yeah. All right. That makes sense. Thank you. And then,
what does that mean when you guys broadcast on both channels? Punk's on Film channel and
Punk on Toys. Punk's with Toys. Oh. So since there's more subscribers over there, they get the notification, then they just kind of pop in. So it gets people kind of chiming in, seeing how that works. Yeah. We're trying to build a following over here, but we want to be able to use both. But yeah, this was a special edition scene. This is the scene that I saw that nobody else did, and everybody thought I was crazy. So she's got this nice serene background, but it's a projection, right? And so there's nothing behind it. And so she's just sitting in this little thing in the atrium or whatever. And then there's Bert coming in to tell her all about her daughter. She's been asleep for 57 years, and her daughter died while she was gone. She was
asleep. Yep. Okay, I remember that a little bit. And was it?
And so that picture there is of Sigourney Weaver's mother.
That's awesome.
So yeah, she got to play her daughter in this movie. And then
she's in stasis for 57 years. Yeah,
she was in stasis for 57 years. Her daughter died at the age of 66. I mean, come on, man, this is the friggin' future. What the heck happened?
Wow.
If you read some of the books and some of the comic books, they go into some detail about kind of what happened there with her. Some stuff that happened to her. It was pretty kind of cool, actually. Makes a decent story.
Yeah.
But yeah, Amanda Ripley McLaren died age 66. No children.
No cheering.
Nothing. Yeah. And then let's see. Then we go to the inquiry.
That was a great scene.
And we get all the corporate idiots interviewing her.
That don't believe her and like, what? You want me to? I'm lying to you, or what?
Well, but we don't know why they don't believe her yet, right?
Yeah.
There's a reason why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're being skunked.
They're grilling her to the nth degree, and in the background, you see all the other cast members.
That was sad. That was sad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got their whole little bio listed thing saying deceased and all that stuff.
I don't know why my comments come up twice, and so does Punk's. Is that how it's showing on yours?
On the big stream, yeah. I'm not watching it on YouTube. I'm just watching it through StreamYard.
Oh, that's why. Okay. How dumb.
Yeah, the dude from My Two Dads. And then we've got, she goes through her whole spiel, and they're not believing her. And then she's like, there are no indigenous species on the planet. And says, Madam, did IQ sharply drop while I was away?
Exactly. I love her shit talking right back to him.
Her shit talking is amazing.
Yes, it's what's going on here?
And she's like, there have been no reported instances of anybody on the planet, indigenous species. And she's like, they're not indigenous.
Yeah, exactly.
And then she's freaking out because she's like, Kane, my crew member Kane saw thousands of eggs. If anybody comes across this, we're in some deep trouble.
Yeah, they're gonna run through us like nothing.
Yep. And she's just not having it. She's not taking their crap versus anything.
Yeah.
And then finally, it's like, okay, we're done here.
Captain Dallas. It was Captain Dallas back there. Yeah.
We're gonna censor you. We're basically we're demoting you. We're taking away your flight privileges, but we're not gonna press charges. It's like, that's the saving grace. You're not gonna sue me out of existence. You're gonna take away just every source of income that I have. So basically she's screwed.
Yeah, because she blew it up. Yeah.
Yep. And so there we go.
She in effect kind of saved all their lives. Yeah.
Well, I mean, but she didn't bring back the corporate technology that they could use, right? So
that's what they wanted. Yeah. Sorry,
so the subject is suspended. File closed. And this is when she stops Stan Lewin and says, "Send somebody out there. Go survey this area. Go to these coordinates. Tell them what's going on." And he's like, "We've had colonists there, for years." And he doesn't even care. It's like, "We've had, how many?" And she's like, "How many?" 20 years they've had people there. And she's like, "How many?" And he's like, 60, 70 families.
They're done.
Well, she's like, "Oh my God."
Yep.
All those people, families. And then we get to see Hadley's Hope. Population 158.
Down to zero. Maybe down to one.
One. There was one surviving member of Hadley's Hope.
Down to one.
And we get to see that desolate outlook, what it looks like on a terraformed planet trying to get there. Yeah, Johnny's asking if you're drinking Kool-Aid.
I am, Johnny. You want some too.
And so we get to see some of the trucks that are moving in. We get a sense there's a lot of world building scenes throughout this movie. There's a lot of setup, just musical cues and just scenes. And a lot of the acting scenes are single shots. You'll see back and forth. It's just focused on one person. But because of the way they're cut together, you get the action to it. So it made it hard to pull some slides sometimes. And then I don't know if you know the TV show Red Dwarf. It is an amazing British comedy, sci-fi comedy. It's ran for 8 seasons initially, but it finally went to 13, essentially. This was the captain of the Red Dwarf. He's an American actor that did a lot of British stuff. But basically, you get to see the colony as it is. So it's setting all that up. You got kids getting yelled at.
And this is a special edition?
Yeah.
Okay.
What, you don't remember this either?
Nope.
So you had to show the kids. You got to show the environment.
Yeah,
so I like the special edition so much more.
I need to see the special edition.
And then you get the Weyland-Yutani Corp.
Weyland-Yutani.
Yeah, there we go. The big W.
The Lance Henriksen business.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
And now we get the family that gets sent out there.
Wow.
And, back in that last scene, they were confirming, hey, if we go out here and we're sent on company orders, do we get what we find? Is it ours? Do we get exclusive rights to it? And they're like, the guy's like, what do I know? The corporate guys tell me to do this. I do this. As far as I'm concerned, the rights are theirs. They can have it. I don't care.
Damn.
He's just trying to make it through the day.
Yep.
And so you got the 2 kids in the back are fighting. They're going at each other. And the parents are like, hey, let's just get this job done. But, they're a family of surveyors going out there checking things out. And then they see something. And they're like, what the hell is that? And it's like, oh, crap. What do we do now? There it is. the spaceship.
Wow.
So we saw that in the first one, and so they recreated it here as the little rover pulls up. And then what happens? Mom and Dad ditch the kids.
Of course.
you guys stay here. Don't go anywhere. You'll be fine. We'll be right back. On this alien, desolate world that they're on as they're looking out the windows.
And that's a spaceship, but the Sulaco is blown up, right?
We're not to the Sulaco yet.
Right, but this is they're coming. These guys are coming to Hadley's Hope, right?
These guys are from Hadley's Hope.
Okay, they're from Hadley's Hope, yeah.
Yeah. So they're part of the colonists that are there, and this is a family of surveyors, and so they take the RV out there to go check out this location that corporate told them to go check out.
Right.
And so they're on LV-426 already. And they go in, they see the big wrecked hull that's there, and they're like, what the heck's going on? As they wander through there. And then we don't see much until it cuts to the fact that Mom comes back. The kids are screaming because Daddy's got something attached to his face.
He's done.
One of these things.
Yep.
Right there. Just
face hugger time.
And so everybody's screaming, and they calling in the emergency, and then we cut to Ripley. She lit a cigarette, didn't bother smoking it. She's clearly suffering some PTSD.
PNC saying a dog got aliened in 3. Yep, and that's who I used for Junkyard.
It's a good dog. It's a brick, but it's a good dog.
It's a brick.
And then we've got Ripley sitting there letting a cigarette burn, and here comes Burke and Lieutenant Gorman knocking on the door.
Gorman.
Yeah. I mean, come on. They picked some good names for these guys, right? Lieutenant Gorman.
Lieutenant Gorman.
And as a nice host, as a nice host in her robe there, she starts making the Marine some coffee.
Yep.
And there it is. She tells them basically, fuck off. They're like, hey, we lost contact with them. Well, you don't need me. She's like, and?
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do to help you. You got your Marines. You got all your weapons. You say I'm going to be protected. You don't need me. I don't know what you want. Yep. And then, he leaves his little business card there. Had a friend make one for me.
Awesome.
And it's exactly like screen accurate there. Just a 3D printed with some color into it. So
that should just go. That should go on his headstone.
It should, yeah. So if I wanted to call Carter Burke to, slime his way out of something, there, I have his business card there.
Yep.
And she basically tells him, get out of here. I don't need you. And he tries to emotionally manipulate her. It's like, I heard you lost your contract, and this is all you could get, and it's good work. It's good work. So he's totally patronizing her, trying to convince her to listen to what they're saying. Just think about it. Just think about it, as he's being a total jerk and walks off.
Yep, and manipulates the shit out of her. Yep.
Then she wakes up with another nightmare. They're really setting us up. And what does she do?
Call him.
She calls him middle of the night, wakes him up, and says, "You're going out there to kill him, right? Not to bring back and study, right?" And he's like, yeah, exactly. Whatever you want to say. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, Punk. Why is Punk in the freaking chat? This is his show. Why am I here?
Right.
Yeah, Ripley got smoking hot in Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, she did. It also had to do with how low she zipped her top, right?
I'm like, that's Sigourney Weaver? Good God.
Yeah, that was good. And then after she gets off the phone with him, convinced that she's got to go out there. She's got to go face her demons. And that's when she says, "And you little shithead, you're staying here."
And then Jonesy's like, "I'm fine with that. Fuck all that. You guys are stupid."
It's like, what the heck is wrong with you? I'm good. And now we get the Sulaco, this kick-ass war machine, and it just looks awesome. The design on this stuff as it goes through the screen is just beautiful to me. I just love the designs of these things, especially when they're all practical effects.
You're right on that, Allison.
Yeah,
no fuck away, Ellen. Those things are scary as shit.
Cat knew what's up. Wow. Okay, I see. It's posting from a Punk with Toys and Punks on Film every time he chats.
Every time I do too. Yeah.
But I don't know why you're doing it. That's just weird.
It's going twice. Yeah. Get on my goddamn nerves.
It just thinks you're that special, Tony. and I mean special.
Special.
And we get into this locker. We start seeing the locker swing in and the empty ship, and we start seeing some of the ordnance, the pulse rifles, the big guns, the heavy ordnance.
M41A pulse rifle, baby.
Yeah, the drop ship cruising on through there. Got the regular stuff. So the last one, they had the bird that was dipping in the water. Now they got the kinetic machine just spinning around.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time to wake up the Marines.
They wake up them colonials.
And
damn, Hicks, you look like how I feel. Drake. Drake's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, Apone pulls out there, he gets a cigar, Drake pops up, and
Apone was great, dude.
Looks like crap. Oh, he was perfect.
Al Matthews is awesome. Rest in peace.
Yep. And Dietrich wakes up and he's like, "Why do I gotta wake up to your ugly mug?" And then he's like, "Hey Hicks, you look just like I feel."
Yeah. Man, they don't pay us enough for this.
No doubt. And there's
Michael,
getting ready to
young
blow
Michael
chunks.
Bean. Yep, young Paxton. Yeah.
So young. And here's another glorious day in the Corps.
Oh man, that whole dialogue was awesome. What did he say? Every paycheck a fortune, every meal of I don't know.
A banquet.
A banquet.
Every meal a banquet.
I love the Corps.
Yeah. And that's when Frost comes in and says, "I hate this job." And
then Hudson.
Hudson pops out. He's got.
What do you want me to get slippers for you? Well, would you, sir? I like that a lot. Look into my eye. It was so random.
I totally feel like some of that was ad-libbed. It's like, would you, Sarge? Look into my eye.
Look into my eye.
Awesome stuff. And then you come seeing Vasquez doing her pull-ups.
Oh man, Jeanette Goldstein.
Well, yeah, it's funny because the next movie I see her in, I remember seeing her in, was Terminator 2, and she plays the mom. It's nothing like this.
Nothing like
the
that.
Actress.
Yeah,
and the actress is like, I can't believe I got cast to play this. I'm not even Hispanic.
Yeah, she got in shape like a son of a bitch too.
Yeah, she did.
She looked like a little chola from East LA too.
Yeah. And everybody, and Vasquez is like, "Who's Snow White?" And Fierro, the Corporal Fierro, is like a consultant. She said she saw an alien once. And then they start talking all kinds of trash, just regular trash. And Hudson walks up and says, "Have you ever been mistaken for a man?"
No, you. And then Drake gives her $5. Jake gives her £1 for that.
They had such awesome banter in this movie, and I wonder how much of it was actually ad-libbed or scripted, but it was so much fun. Yeah, and here we go. Here we get the glorious meal where everybody's sitting around
Bishop
bullshitting, and then here comes Bishop, and Hudson's like, "Do the knife trick, Bishop. Do the knife trick."
Oh, leave me alone. Stop. No, come on.
You can do it. And then here comes Drake.
Yep, they don't. They both
hey
mess
man,
with him.
what are you doing?
What are you doing, man? Oh, and he says something. Bishop says something. It's okay, or something like that.
Oh,
And he was going off.
no, Bishop's do the hand thing, and
Yeah.
Frost is like, boy, definitely has. Oh, that's later.
Yeah, this is Drake, right?
Yeah, Drake is holding him down.
Drake's holding him down. Yeah.
Yep.
And then Bishop puts his hand over Hudson's hand. Yeah.
Yeah, now you realize it, Punk, huh? Now you see the connections.
Oh man, yeah. Back then, they've made figures.
They did. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they made some cartoon looking figures. They were like they're from a cartoon show or whatever. But so it was hard back then to get R-rated movies into toy lines.
In the rights.
Eventually Rambo did it, RoboCop did it, and Aliens had a couple, but they didn't sell because not enough of the kids had seen the movies, and there wasn't a collector market yet for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, but there are some back from the 80s and the 90s that had good alien toys. And then we've got, let's see, there's Drake's little thing holding over him as he's screaming. Going,
yeah.
Ah!
A little bit, yeah. He was going off.
And everybody's just having a good old time as Bishop goes faster and faster and faster through that knife trick. You know how many kids tried this stupid thing and lost?
Oh my god! I wanted to. I said, no way.
Yeah, nope. It's like it's not worth it, man. It's just not worth it. It's like swinging nunchucks. You got to become.
Do it with a spoon.
Yeah, right. Dun, dun, dun. And then you play Matrix and try to bend the spoon, right?
Oh shit. Yeah, man. And then he cut himself.
Then it's like, hey, Bishop, I never thought you missed.
And she goes ape shit.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know what that was.
Me. Whoa! Don't leave me. I don't have control.
She totally loses it, and
yeah, she's like, I know you brought an android on this.
And Burke's like, oh, I didn't even think about it. Just standard protocol, and Bishop rattles on the Hyperdyne System 1282. Huh? What's that a reference to?
Mm-hmm.
Terminator.
Those models were known to have problems. This and that. It can never happen to us. This and that.
They were a bit twitchy. We have behavior modification.
Yeah, we can never. I can't hurt a human. You just stay away from me, Bishop. You hear me?
And then it's like, I guess he didn't like the cornbread neither. I guess he didn't like the cornbread neither. Back when they were talking shit, I forgot to mention too. Frost mentioned the new lieutenant must have a corn cob up his ass because he doesn't want to sit with them and eat.
It was Gorman, huh? Yeah.
Well, Gorman wasn't sitting to eat with them, so Frost was, bullshitting with Hicks, and they were bagging on the new lieutenant, basically saying, "Hey, he's not one of us."
Yeah.
And then we get a survey of the cargo bay. You get the drop ship.
And Lawrence is asking how many people that were in this movie were also in Terminator. Well, we already said 2.
Well, we got 3. Because if you count Terminator 2, that's 3.
Okay.
Because Vasquez was in it.
Yeah, Vasquez. That's right. 3 of
Ian, Paxton, and her.
4. Ian, Paxton, Goldstein.
Oh, and Lance.
Lance
Bishop.
Yeah, he was a cop. That's right.
Yep. And so you see the Marines all training, trying to get each other ready, psyched up for what's coming up. And then here we go. Just in case
awesome.
You didn't know,
I like their names right by him.
Yeah, I put all their names up there. So we've got Corporal Dietrich, we've got Private Frost, Corporal Hicks, Private Hudson, Private Spunkmeyer, Private Drake, Private Vasquez, Private Warbowski, and Crow. And then we have Corporal Fierro, which is not
the pilot
here, but the pilot. Yeah.
Where's Bowski?
Werbowski.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll see those guys later.
Mhm.
There's Fiero right there as they're giving the briefing, and as they start the briefing, um, Hudson's got to raise his hand, and the lieutenant's like, "What is it, Hicks?"
How can I get out of this chicken shit outfit?
Well, no. He's like, "What is it, Hicks?" He's like, "Hudson, sir. He's Hicks."
Oh yeah,
And then he's like, "Is this going to be a straight up fight or another
another
bug
bug
hunt?"
hunt. He's just
Yeah.
talking shit.
What?
They're like Hudson, shut up.
Yes,
Where's
I agree. PNC. That's exactly what I thought as well.
Where's Bowski?
Where's Bowski? Because
Mhm.
when you in the context of the scene
Yeah,
where you hear it,
right.
he's yelling,
Where's
where
Bowski?
Bowski, but it sounds like where's Bowski? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't until years later that I found out
Yeah, they start yelling
the kid's
everybody's name
name.
because they're all getting
Wasted.
ished. They're all getting ished.
And then here comes Ripley, totally uncomfortable. She did a great job of being totally uncomfortable and not really prepared and knowing what to say, but trying to impress upon these people how serious it is.
Yeah,
And
stop
she's
playing
like
around.
stammering across her words, trying to get the things across. And Vasquez is just like, I just need to know one thing:
Show me where they are.
where they are.
And she's like, I hope you're right.
Yeah,
Tells her.
I hope you're right,
Mhm.
because just one of those things destroyed my crew in less than 24 hours.
And they all shut up. Yeah.
They all kind of shut up, but nobody's
Mhm.
really taking him seriously except Hicks. You see something in his nonverbals, and he's
Yeah,
paying
he's just
attention.
listening. There's Burke's stupid ass.
There's Burke, stupid ass, and then Gorman's like, "Okay, we have her file on disc. You guys be sure to read it before we go." And then he starts issuing orders and saying, "Hey, giving you time frames. This is where we got to go. How we got to get out of here." Um, and basically, he's trying to calm Ripley out to get her out of there. The soldiers aren't having it. Apon's like, "All right, guys, assholes and elbows, let's get
Mhm.
going." And they give out the orders, and then they get here. They're finally arrived as they're orbiting the planet. And then you come through and you run by everybody, and they've got Hudson working on shit, and you've got Dietrich working on stuff. Spunkmeyer starts loading missiles in, and then Ripley comes in, and she's like,
Oh,
"Hey, I feel like a third wheel. I need to do something."
what can you do?
"Well, I can run that loader. Show me what you got.
Yeah, be my guest.
Where do you want it?"
Document 4, please.
And man, they were just having a good old time, laughing it up.
Like, yeah, she could do
She's
some
like,
shit. Yeah,
"All right, she's got something going on there."
yeah, they're impressed. They're impressed. So.
They were happy that she wanted to engage, that she could do, and she was actually capable of doing something. I mean, I don't know if they knew her record or not, being a flight officer or nothing.
Yeah, she got
Because they
demoted
obviously
to that
report.
loader. Yeah.
Yep, she got demoted, and so all she could do was run the loaders.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got another badass montage of weapons as Frost is getting
Frost.
those pulse rifles ready, and we get the Steadicam gunners
I got
showing their
that.
stuff.
I got that from Gridiron.
Man, I wish I could. I got the Marauder Gun Runners one from the 3 3/4, and
Yeah.
I got the club version of Repeater back in the day, and
Oh yeah.
that was a sweet set. I love that Repeater figure because he was always my Colonial Marine,
Yep.
and I think that's why Hasbro made him.
Yep. Repeater. Exactly. Yeah, all I did was take it off that harness that Mark made and put it on my repeater and made it work, dude. It's pretty cool. I never had repeater as a kid.
Uh, Wrong movie, punk. Wrong movie.
Wrong movie. Lawrence Frontera.
But yeah, man, everybody loved these Steadicam guns. They're like, "Holy crap, is that real? Is that something that exists?"
Yeah, right. Is it electric? Is it what the hell?
Where's the ammo coming from, right?
Exactly.
And here we see the APC.
Yeah.
This awesome little vehicle coming around the corner.
Yeah, they looked at it through cameras. If their camera was gone, it's done.
Getting ready to load up some troops. There's my little cheap ass Lenard one. I wanted that other one that was on Big Bad for forever. The full 3 3/4.
Yeah.
Fully lit up, fully electronic one. That thing was awesome looking. But yeah, got to load that up. And then we do the drop ship, man. The drop sequence was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved every
cool.
second of the drop sequence as they go through there and then straight freight elevator to hell. Woo!
Yep.
So they're going down there and everybody's like doing their thing, and Gorman's freaking out and Ripley's like, how many drops is this for you, Lieutenant? 38 simulated. 2 combat drops. Or then Hudson asked how many combat drops. He's like,
no. What's it? Vasquez asked him.
Oh, Vasquez, yeah.
How many combat drops?
2,
including this one.
Everybody's like, oh crap.
And Hicks is sleeping.
And Hicks was sleeping.
Yep.
Man, it's awesome. He's just totally in his place. He's like, whatever. Yep. And then everybody's confidence is falling down. And then Frost is like, I got a bad feeling about this. And he's like, man, you got a bad feeling about every drop.
Yeah.
What's up with that? With that, yeah, the Dodger figure is modeled after.
Battle Force. Yes. Oh, yeah, big time.
Yeah, I think there's a couple figures like that going through the lines.
By the time, after Sci-Fi, I was done with G.I. Joe. But I like Sci-Fi. It reminded me of RoboCop.
Yeah.
A lime green, fluorescent green RoboCop.
And here we buzz by the atmosphere processors as we get a little backstory about how they are building better worlds through these multi-million-dollar atmosphere processors. And how it takes generations and all the power and everything that it goes through. And then we get the precision landing and dust off. They drop the APC and they're gone. They do their marine precision.
Cue the music.
Yep. And the troops start piling out, and they set up their positions. And everybody's precision, everybody's on point, everybody's perfection right now.
Simply badasses.
They're total badasses, just like Hudson was saying. That we're gonna protect you. We got your back. They're hitting their corners. They're running point. They're passing each other. Everything's going by the book. You get Hudson. He's the tech guy. Get him up there to route the bypass. As they're cruising through. Gorman seems competent because he's giving orders. People are following him. Everything's going great. And we open the doors.
We're going to take some.
They pry open the doors and they come on in, and the place is trashed.
Mm-hmm.
You got debris everywhere, but nobody. There's nobody here. The camera setups, everything that they're doing here is awesome setup. I mean, it shows how awesome these guys are, how precise they are, how cool and in charge they are. And they get out the motion trackers, and they start picking up some motion. Beep 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 beep. Oh, what's going on with the motion? What's coming around the corner? All right. Hudson and Vasquez go to check one point out, and they find some hamsters. Bit of a letdown. All right.
Movement. All right. Mm-hmm.
Got the hamsters running around. Why do they have hamsters out in deep space? I don't know. We won't go there. And then we've got the leftover food. It looks like these people just bugged out. Man, they just took off.
They said, "Hell with this shit."
And then Hicks finds some holes in the floor.
Acid.
Acid burned right through,
Acid
just
blood
like
dripping.
aliens.
Acid blood dripping.
Just like somebody must have bagged one of Aliens' bad guys.
One of Ripley's bad guys.
Yep. And there's Hudson spitting down the hole there, watching it go down.
And then they bump Hudson.
They
He's
bump
like,
him.
"Stop screwing around!
Stop fooling around!"
It scared the fuck out. I think Vasquez bumped him. He goes, "I'm screwing around."
Yeah,
No,
totally
I busted up laughing at that every freaking time. You have to think that that's ad lib, dude. This shit's funny. Oh my
some
god!
of it, I mean, some of it's so perfect. You're like, oh man, this has to be ad lib.
She's like, "I'm screwing around."
Lady, quit fucking around.
Scared little kid.
Well, you know that scene in the original Alien movie with the chest burster.
Yeah.
That was pretty much all ad libbed.
Yeah, it was. They told me. I read that. Yeah, I saw that.
As it punched out and it sprayed the actress freaked out for real because she didn't expect it.
Yeah, she freaked the fuck out.
Everybody, all of the actors on set, they all stopped because they knew they were making a movie. Something weird just happened. Everybody freaked out, so they froze.
Yeah.
And then it went on with the scene, and they left it all in there because it was such a dramatic moment. They're like, that is so perfect. You cannot recreate that by telling you what's going to happen. It could only happen with this level of surprise. And I thought it was awesome. And then we have Gorman, who declares the area secure. And Ripley's like, the fuck it's secure?
Yeah.
We don't know shit about this. What do you mean it's secure? And he's like, it's secure, Ripley. We're moving in. And then they're like, he's coming in. I feel safer.
Oh, already. Yeah. He's coming in. I'm coming in. Stupid fucking Hudson. He's coming in.
Hudson has some of the best lines in this whole movie. I mean, Bill Paxton just killed it. And we go to the med bay and we find some stuff.
They were studying.
Yeah, no, Punk, I totally agree too. And what was even better was that they got Kane from the original Alien movie to come back for Spaceballs to do that scene. They got what was it, William Hurt to come back and do that scene in Spaceballs. And hello, my honey, hello, my baby. Was awesome. Yeah, PNC. That was William Hurt, who was the original Kane from Alien, had the chest burster, was in that scene. I don't know about the others. They looked like some of the characters, but I don't think they were.
I just see William Hurt in another movie. He was in Immortals with Superman. What's his name? Henry Cavill.
Cavill? Yeah.
Yeah, Henry Cavill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Johnny Ringo. Bill Paxton was a great actor. Rest in peace. We all miss him. Actually, Michael Biehn did a couple really nice tribute things to him. And if we're planning to go to this retro expo here in my area pretty soon in Plano, Texas, and I'm going to meet Michael Biehn. So that'll be pretty cool.
You talk to him about Mandalorian?
No. I'll talk to him about anything else. Yeah, no, I won't talk to him about Mandalorian, but just about anything else. Then we see the alien specimens. They've got a bunch in there, and they go through the medical reports, and they find out they got 2 of them that are left alive, and the face.
Shark-wise, is he right? There's John Hurt and William Hurt. One of them was the one we're talking about, and one of them is
John Hurt. John Hurt was an alien. Sorry, William Hurt is. Yeah.
William Hurt is General Ross.
Yes.
Yes.
One of the versions. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And then looks like he's got a girlfriend.
Oh yeah, looks like he likes you.
Looks like he likes you.
Looks like love at first sight to me. When somebody said something like that.
Yeah, love at first sight. Yeah. But he's got, they go through the medical reports. Bishop's starting to read them, and he's like talking about how they couldn't get any of them off anyone successfully without killing the patient. So the two that they have alive, they killed the patients to get them off.
Yep.
And then the other ones came off after they'd already impregnated the people. Yeah, it's Mad About Him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to love that show, Mad About You. And that's where I was like, when I saw this, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. He's totally not the same person.
Right.
And then we've got more motion. They're picking up some more motion. So Frost starts getting everybody together.
Talk to me, Frosty.
They start lining everything up. And what I think is somewhat odd about this situation is that Ripley, Burke, and Gorman are right behind him. I can't imagine that the lieutenant would have actually followed them out there with his mentality. But they're checking doors and corners, and they're going, it's going right over here. And then she runs across the screen, and Drake just starts firing.
Yeah.
And Hicks is like, no, wait. Sticks
He's
his
like,
gun in the way. He's like, what the hell, man?
It was Newt, right?
Yeah. And so, it's a little, and so they start trying to grab her, and you've got the lieutenant who's going, grab her, Corporal, grab her. That's not going to make the little girl freak out or nothing.
Yeah.
and Ripley's trying to be the mom figure, calming the girl down, saying, come here. And Hicks is like, I've almost got her. She's almost like, come here, like that. And boom, she's just gone. Ripley rips off her gear and dives down the tunnel after her because she knows she's the only one who's going to fit through there.
Yep.
All those Marines are just too big, and finds this little stash under the air vent. And she's got all of her supplies, and she's been living there quite a long time. And Ripley finds a little thing and finds out that her name's Rebecca. So they bring her over, sit her down, and here's the asshole Gorman. He's grilling the girl like an adult, and she's clearly catatonic, and he's just like, you got to tell us something. Tell us anything. And he's like, we can't get anywhere with her. And just kind of storms off, and Ripley just says, hey, kid, you want some hot chocolate?
That's how you do it.
And starts cleaning off her face. It's like, oh, there, I did it. I created a clean spot. I guess I'm going to have to do the whole thing. Got to clean your face.
Hard to believe there's a little girl underneath all this.
Yeah. And, she's just being a human being to this little girl who's been traumatized. So imagine that, being a human being to somebody. And it shows the ineptitude of Gorman even more.
Yeah.
She goes on and says, hey, Rebecca, can you tell me anything about that? And then she's like, Newt, nobody calls me Rebecca except my brother. Everybody calls her Newt.
He's done. Yeah.
And we get a little more information, but we get Bishop being infatuated with the carcass of the face hugger, totally distracted as Wierzbowski comes in and drops off some supplies for him. So that's, I think, his only lines in the whole movie. Bishop.
Yeah.
Where do you want me to put this stuff?
Wierzbowski.
And then here comes Hudson. He found him.
Stop your grinning and drop your linen. Found him.
I found all their PDCs. What are PDCs? Personal data transmitters.
Yep.
Back to Newt real quick. She's like, Ripley's trying to grill him and says, where's your brother? Where's your mom? Where's your dad? Dead. They're all dead. Can I go now?
Exactly.
Like, you guys, and she's like, well, we're here to protect you. And she's not having any of it. She's like, nah, you're dead like everybody else. I know where I'm safe. You guys are screwed. I'm okay though.
You guys are dead. Yeah, it's done. We're over now.
Yeah. It's like, humanity's done. I'm going to live here in this hole for the rest of my life. I'm fine. I'm good.
Jeez.
You guys are all dead, though. But yeah, Hudson found them, and so they load up the APC, and everybody's headed out across the wasteland. And she's talking to her dolly because she's freaked out because she's like, nah, man, I don't like what these guys are doing. I'm not happy about being here, but I don't really have a choice in the matter.
Right.
Yeah, PNC, I know you're big into games. That game was awesome. I did like the arcade Aliens game. That was a lot of fun. Had a lot of different levels. Yeah. A couple weird things, though, for sure. And they get each other pumped up. They drive through. You get to see the gun on the back come down as it drives through the door and makes it down the hallway. And man, it looks like the video game. The video game did a good job of recreating some of that because you sit up in the APC as you're shooting stuff, and you get Vasquez and Drake coming out with the big guns first, going down the stairs. And then you see, here's the first shot. You see all the Marines on the right-hand side, all the People's PDCs on the left-hand side, and right above them is the primary heat exchanger. That's interesting. Primary heat. What do we got going on? Then they start seeing some weird shit.
Yeah, all that cocooning crap they make.
All that organic stuff, and it looks so bizarre. And Dietrich, the medical officer, apparently, the Corporal Dietrich, is like, looks like some kind of secreted resin. Secreted from what?
Yeah.
Hicks is
nasty,
like,
freaking clean. Yep.
As you go through, they're just kind of piling through here, and that's when Ripley comes to the conclusion, wait, where are they? What are your guys firing?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And it's like, explosive armor tipped, armor piercing, light rounds, 10 millimeter explosive tip.
Yes, 10 millimeter.
Light armor piercing rounds. Why? That's the primary heat exchanger. Gorman's not getting it through his thick head. What's happening here? He's like, what? I don't get it. And he's like, Burke has to come in and say, whoa. That's a fusion reactor. You've got all those heavy weapons there. You're going to blow this whole freaking planet. And he's like,
whoa. She's right.
Oh, man.
Oh, quick.
And so, and so what does the dumb lieutenant do? He just immediately orders them to
give up all their ammo.
Give up all their ammo. Only incinerary units.
Yeah.
No explanation as to why. Not that in the military situation you need to give explanation why all the time, but at the same time, that would be an important piece of information as to why not to have those things around.
Yeah. Jesus.
But that seems like it'd be critical intel to the mission.
Exactly.
And so Napalm just follows orders. He starts collecting it, taking all the ammo, and Vasquez is like, yeah, I gave you mine. But I got this spare for me and Drake. And she reinserts her firing pin, and then they give Frost the weapons duty. He's like, thanks, Sarge. And here comes Hicks cocking his shotgun, saying, for close encounters.
Yeah, hell yeah, 12 gauge, baby. And then Frost is like, I heard that.
Yeah, right. It's like, yeah, no dope. And then they start going through. Now, my question is, this is an important question here. Logical fallacy, whatever. We're going through the motions, whatever. If you just took away the firing pins and the firepower of the people with Steadicam guns, why would you have the person with a Steadicam gun leading the way with her Steadicam? If it doesn't have a firing pin and can't fire anything, why is everybody okay with this?
Well, she did.
Just a question.
Well, they're okay with it. The other guys don't know that she had another one and she gave one to Drake too. Remember?
Okay, well, fine. So it's empty. So it's a big phallic device she has in front of her. Yeah. Why does she need to lead with a giant phallic device? Why doesn't she switch to a flame unit and hold that in front?
Yeah.
But she's leading with the gun that's supposedly disarmed.
Yeah.
So she should be waving an impotent emblem around in front of everybody, but
Exactly.
but it's not, because she knows that it's loaded, and Drake knows it's loaded.
Right. That's it.
But nobody bats an eye at it. It's just, okay, let's go about doing
dumb.
what we're doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What is that? What is that, PNC? You see the SNL skit, Mad About You, Aliens, Paul Reiser married to an alien? Yeah, I did see that back in the day. Paul Reiser married to an alien as Mad About You spoof.
Yeah.
And as we go through, we start seeing more and more crazy stuff. Start walking through the
Crazy
scenery
cocooning crap, and then you see one of the colonists. That was disgusting. I hated it. Like, oh, yeah,
so I believe this scene right here, this part right here, I think it was this part. I'm pretty sure that is the actress who played Newt's mom.
Oh no shit! Whoa, that's crazy.
So I think that it was only in the special edition where we saw that. Yeah, her family was cocooned.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. I never knew that.
I think that was it, because you see the arms and limbs and see some face huggers as you go through.
Dead, some face hugger carcasses.
Yeah,
those things freak me the hell out, dude. Just those fingers that go across your freaking head, the tail wraps around your neck, and that thing plunges down your throat and to impregnate you. And they're regulating your oxygen, and those sacs are breathing. They're helping you breathe. Oh my god! I'm like, that H.R. Geiger is crazy.
He had some crazy designs. His organic horror stuff.
Oh, that was nasty.
Now you've had to do like gas drills, right? Where they rip your mask off and you get gassed and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You had to do all that, right? So I can only imagine wearing a gas mask like that and then thinking it's actually sucking your life out away from you, right? And I view these face huggers like that oppressive gas mask.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's just nasty. And go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
Okay.
Nothing.
Then we find one and we lift up her head and she's alive.
Boom. Yep.
And Worzbowski is the one I'm sorry, Dietrich's the one that finds her. And since she's the medic, she's like, "Oh, we're going to save you. We're going to get you out of here." And she's like, "Kill me now."
Oh yeah, she knows what's going on. Hell yeah, of course.
And so she's just going nuts as they're trying to save her. And then all of a sudden, her chest starts just pumping, and boom, there it comes. And Ape's there, and Apone's like, "Oh, screw this, let's light it up," and just burns the heck out of it. Just boom, launch that flamethrower, man. Just killing it. And then everybody starts waking up and said, "Wait a minute, you just killed one of our widows. We needed that one." And all the soldiers start moving in, and chaos ensues.
Yeah.
Hey man, everybody starts freaking out, and they're like, "Okay, well, let's get the heck out of here. We got movement at us. They're going around the corners." There's Dietrich. She's like, "What's going on?" And then all of a sudden, the background right behind her starts moving, and just yanks her butt.
Right. Who is that? Who was this one? Is this Dietrich?
That's Dietrich. That's Corporal Dietrich.
Kill the medic first. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so the medic gets it first, but she's not dead.
Yeah.
So the first one is killed by Dietrich, because Dietrich pulls the trigger on her flamethrower and nails Frost in the face.
Frost is done. Yeah.
Black man.
And he goes tumbling. He goes tumbling over the edge, right?
Yes, he does. Yeah. Black man dies first. What is it? Every movie, man.
Wow.
There he goes. He goes tumbling over the edge. And then we've got Worzbowski, who's sitting there going, "What the hell just happened? Frost just bit it." And Crow's over there like, "Frost just bit it," as Hicks comes up, grabs Worzbowski, and starts pulling him off. "Come on, man." And then they grab Crow to run off. But guess what? The ammo bag didn't go with Frost over the edge. The ammo
Nope.
bag stayed there. How does that happen? Anyway, it's on fire. It explodes and knocks everybody sideways, kills Crow, kills
Crow's done.
Werbowski. Crow and Werbowski are dead. So you got 3 dead right now.
Where's Bowski?
Where's Bowski? Where's
Where's
Bowski?
Bowski? Michael Biehn just shouting. Frost is gone.
Frost is
Burnt
gone.
to a crisp.
There's Crow. Crow's
How
dead.
did Crow get it? Alien?
So right back there. No. I just showed it.
Oh.
So if we go back to right here.
Oh, he got blasted.
So that's Crow, and there's Werbowski with Hicks, as Hicks is dragging him off, and then the explosion happens, and the explosion kills Crow and Werbowski, but knocks Hicks against the wall.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So basically, Werbowski's took the impact for Hicks and saved Hicks's life with his death. And then there's the lieutenant is calmly trying to relay orders as he's trying to calm himself in a meditative state to get everybody to fall back with aft incinerators. And Apollo's like, "What the hell are you saying? I can't hear you."
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Apone goes, and Hicks sees Hudson coming running at him and saying, "Sarge is gone. Let's get the fuck out of here, man."
Get the fuck out of here, man. And then
this is the beginning of the famous Hudson freakouts.
Did you miss Vasquez? Let's rock.
Not just yet, because it happens right after that. Right after that is when she's like, "Let's rock," and just starts blowing shit away.
Who's firing? Who's firing?
Her and Drake are just up, and they're trying to run out of there. Gorman's like trying to get everybody under control. Stop firing. Stop. Hey, listen to my orders. Fall back. And Ripley's not having it. She's like picking up the microphone. "Get your people out of there." Gorman's like, "Get the hell out of my station," and throws her back. And she's like, "Well, fuck this shit." And she goes running up, grabs the hold of the APC, and just throws it into gear. She's like, I'm off. Tears it up, driving all over the place, and then Gorman comes around and tries to wrestle control away from the vehicle from her, thinking, "What are you doing?" And Burke has to stop him.
Yeah.
Burke's like, "Hey, man, you had
your chance, Gorman.
Sit down, Gorman. You had your chance." Because clearly he's making dumbass decisions.
Yeah.
And then you see Hicks pulling Hudson out, and then Drake and Vasquez are behind him doing cover fire, getting him out of there as they're running through there, blowing stuff away, mass firing, killing aliens left and right with their Steadicam guns.
Steadicams are killing it. Yeah.
They pull up, they start load everybody in there. They're covering the backside, getting everybody in there. And Vasquez gets in the APC, and here comes an alien, and she yells to Drake. And because she yells to Drake, the alien turns towards her, and she blows the alien away.
Mm-hmm.
And then comes one of the goriest scenes in the movie, in my opinion. She blows the alien away.
And then the acid goes on Drake's face. Yep. It kills it. God. What a still shot that is. Just melting it, Freddy Krueger style.
It took me 3 times to get that one right.
Yeah.
Man, because that alien just sprayed right all over him, and Drake's gone, man. That's just the acid is just going to eat through his face, into his brain, into his body. He's done. And so we lose Drake.
He's dead. No, he's not. He's dead. He's gone.
At the same time, we get the whole inside of the APC gets lit on fire. And so you've got Gorman and Burke start trying to put out the fire. They're trying to be useful for once. So they're trying to put out the fire. And
Did you see Linda's comment?
Oh no.
Linda, I'm Latina, so my dad would threaten to call the aliens when we were bad. Oh my god.
Oh, that
my
was one of my favorite lines from earlier in the movie. I just thought that was one of the best lines when they're giving each other shit, and Hudson walks up to Vasquez and says, "She said they said aliens. She thought they meant illegal aliens, and so she signed up."
Oh yeah, that happened before this.
Yeah, that was way back. That was way
yeah,
back.
Yeah, she got pissed. Yeah, she's like, all right, yeah. She thought you said illegal alien. Fuck you, man.
I'm too old. I guess I don't know who that is. Maybe I do.
Oh my god.
Hey, Shark Eyes. Good to see you, buddy.
I think he's been here. He's been in here.
Okay,
he's been in here. He's in here laughing like a Latina.
I was gonna say he was doing the Latino laugh there.
Yeah. Ja. Fucking Shark. Hey,
cultural appropriation, man. That's cultural appropriation.
You gotta tell Shark Eyes, go away, fuck you. There's some Aussie speak. He told me.
Nice.
Go away, fuck. When you see a great white, go away, fuck you.
And then Hicks is pulling in there, and they start closing the door, getting everybody inside, managing the fire, trying to get the heck out of there. And guess who stops that door from closing as Hicks is trying to secure the door? And then he's like, "Come on, guys, let's secure the damn door."
Right in your face.
Here comes that alien as he's buzzing around the corner going, "Hey, I'm getting in here. I'm taking some of you with me." And
right in the mouth.
Hicks just takes his shotgun and sticks it in his mouth and goes kablooey. And whoop, I didn't have it. But the acid backslash gets Hudson.
Yeah, gets on his armor. Yeah,
gets on his armor, gets on his arm a little.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Because he was trying to the door, so he got sprayed. Alien dies. They close the door. They pull in Hudson, and Burke's trying to give him medical attention, and he's like, "Fuck off, Burke! Get away from me!" He got ancillary hit, but he still got hit. So they're driving through, and an alien drops right down on the APC, starts attacking Ripley. So what does she do? Slams on the brakes. Thing flies off, speeds up, runs its ass over.
Yeah.
As she runs its ass over, I think the acid is what broke the transaxle, but
Yeah. You broke the you're just grinding metal. Yeah.
Yeah. As they're flying out there, the things fall down, knock out Gorman. Gorman's KO'd. And then they get to the all clear, and Hicks has to get her to calm down. You're just grinding metal. You busted the transaxle. Slow down, Ripley. Mm-hmm. And they check on everybody.
You okay?
Newt's okay. And this is where they say, "Let's kill Gorman."
Oh, he's all knocked out. He got knocked out inside the APC.
He's all KO'd. Yeah, he's all KO'd. And Vasquez is like, "Let's just kill this guy right now." She wants to frag the lieutenant, man. This is some Vietnam stuff right here.
Yeah, and Hicks is like, "Back off right now."
Yeah, back off. We gotta figure out what we're doing first.
Yeah.
And this is another Hudson. This is great, man. This is great. What are we gonna do? We just got our asses kicked. The sergeant's dead. They're all gone.
They're dead, man. Oh.
So, no, this is. He actually starts freaking out because he finds out that Dietrich and the Sarge aren't dead. Yeah, their life signs come back up, and Vasquez is like, "We go back in," and Hudson's like, "Fuck that, man."
Yeah.
and Ripley's like interrupting as they're arguing, like, "You can't help them. You can't help them. They're already gone.
Yeah,
they're being cocooned. There's like no way to do that." Dear Lord and Jesus, this ain't happening, man.
This ain't happening, man. This ain't happening.
As he freaks out, Dear Lord Jesus, this ain't happening.
Just in case you had me up on current events, we just got our asses kicked.
Vasquez is like, we can nerve gas them. Hicks is like, good idea, but we don't even know if that'll work. Do they even breathe oxygen? Is nerve gas going to affect anything? So other people are starting to come up with strategies. And Hudson's like, let's just bug out and call it even, man. And Ripley saying, let's take off and nuke the site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. Hudson's like, fucking A. Burke's like, whoa. Time out. This is a multi-million-dollar installation. There's a significant dollar value attached to this property.
And well, they can bill me.
They can fucking bill me. It's like you can't just run snap judgments. You're trying to make snap judgments. And it's like wrong. And Vasquez is like, yeah, watch us.
Yeah, watch us.
And that's when Hudson goes on his rant. Maybe you haven't been keeping up on current events, man. We just got our asses kicked, pal.
Look at this, pal. We just got our asses kicked.
And Burke's like, I can't authorize that kind of decision. I'm sorry. I can't do it. And Ripley's like, I believe Corporal Hicks has authority here.
You're not in command here.
Corporal Hicks's. And she's like, this is a military operation. They have jurisdiction.
Mm-hmm.
And Hicks is like, yeah, that's right. And then Burke's like, again, going off on, no, he's just a grunt. He can't make this kind of decision. No offense. He's like,
none taken.
Yeah. And then he goes immediately and says, Fierro, you copy, get the ship ready, prep it for immediate evac. And then he goes back and says, I take off and nuke the site from orbit. Only way to be sure.
And then she starts liking him.
Subtle acting between him and Ripley is just awesome because she just like gives him that little smirk and is like, all right, yeah. All right. I had some say. Somebody's listening to me. I feel good.
She gets all excited.
They start building that bond. Hey, baby, what's up?
She gets all moist.
Yeah. Don't say that word. Don't say that word. There you go. Lorraine and Nelson, they're gone now. You said that word.
Hey, moist. You don't know what I'm talking about. It's all humid in there.
Yeah. Some people really don't like that word, though. And here they are on the surface. I hated how they used Game Over Man sound clips in
I didn't play the game. No, I didn't.
The Alien 3 game I kind of thought it was kind of fun, but
what platform though?
I played it on PlayStation.
2, 3,
1 or 2. I don't remember.
Oh wow!
It was a first person shooter, and it was all like it was like a Doom clone.
Yeah, and he said Super Nintendo. Wow.
Oh, Super Nintendo had it. Okay. I played one on the PlayStation that was a Doom clone first-person shooter that I really enjoyed. I thought it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Here we are on the surface as they're hauling out Gorman because he's still unconscious. So that must have been a pretty damn severe concussion.
Yeah, he's out for the whole freaking first half of the movie.
And then as they're calling the ship, here's Spunkmeyer finds a load of spunk on the rail there.
What? Spunkmeyer touching spunk.
You know what? That's probably why they named him that, so they could just make that inside joke there and see if anybody noticed.
Oh shit, dude! Oh, and that spunk, Spunkmeyer.
And then Fierro's like, "Get up here, Spunkmeyer! Hurry up!" And he's like, "Wait a minute! Something's wrong." And she's like, "Just hurry up and get up here. We're gone.
Just hurry up.
Like,
put your shot away."
And so they come flying in and coming to the rescue. Oh, the door opens and it's like, Spunkmeyer, where you been? And she turns and looks and she's like, oh, fuck. And what
she turns for a sidearm. Yeah.
She grabs that damn sidearm. Yeah, she's on
And
it.
then he just wastes her. Blood all on the
Just
windows and canopy. It's like, oh,
boom,
she's done. Yeah.
done. And then the crash happens. And here they go flying through the air. It's like taking covers, like, oh crap.
Yep.
It's Hicks in his shotgun. The explosion happens behind him. Look at Burke looking like an idiot. He's looking at he's looking at the damage done to the atmosphere processor, I'm
Yeah.
sure. And here's Hudson going through the wreckage, freaking the heck out.
That's just great. That's just great. That's just great.
That's just great, man. And then Newt's like, I guess we're not going home now, right? And Ripley's like, sorry, Newt. It's like, it's not your fault. I mean, she takes a total adult approach on this thing. This
Yeah.
kid's got the maturity of a 40-year-old or something. I don't know. She's just got her stuff together. And that's when we go to the famous game over, man. And
Shark Eyes.
Shark
Eyes is asking the guy who played Gorman, William Hope. Did he ever have a well-known role after this film? He would have been a perfectly typecast asshole. Well, he was in the. You said he was in the Lords of Discipline in Scanners.
No. He's talking Gorman. Gorman.
Yeah, Gorman. That's him. William Hope.
He was in Lords of Discipline also.
Yeah, he's in
With
Lords
Bill
of Discipline.
and Michael.
Yeah,
Biehn?
yeah. He's in Scanners. Remember Scanners? Scanners was freaking weird.
Yeah, Scanners was weird.
Scanners was your face just blows up or some shit. I can't remember why. William Hope, dude.
I didn't know that. I didn't follow his career very much. Didn't pay much attention. He was an asshole. I left him alone.
He was in Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr.
Oh wow.
Whistleblower.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in Dark Shadows with Johnny Depp. He's in a bunch of stuff.
Dark Shadows. Yeah, cool.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then
I don't remember Dark Shadows.
As he's freaking out, Burke's in the background. He's like, yeah, maybe we build a campfire or build a fire and sing campfire songs. At least we'll be doing something. He's just being absurd to be absurd to see if anybody will put Hudson in check. And then Newt comes up with one of her best lines and says, "We better get back. It'll be dark soon. They mostly come out at night. Mostly."
Like, I'm listening to this little girl right now.
It's I don't know if it's a good thing, bad thing, whatever, but she never acted again.
No, I don't know what happened to her.
She became a teacher.
Really?
Has a private life and does some teaching and stuff like that. So
wow.
I'm Shark Eyes. I've never seen The Lords of Discipline either, but it was one of those '80s movies that we probably need to check out at some point.
Yeah. But I isn't Lords of Discipline with Henry Winkler and
is that
Sylvester
Henry
Stallone?
Winkler also? I may have seen it. I may have seen it like forever ago.
Yeah. I think it is.
Oops. Oh, 70s. It's a 70s movie. Sylvester Stallone, Henry Winkler, Perry King, Paul Mace.
Perry King.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was unfamiliar with that movie until just recently when somebody else brought up that Bill Paxton and Michael Biehn were in that movie. I'm like, really? That's awesome. And then they come back and they got to do a check in inventory.
Yep.
So
all their weapons, whatever they got.
Yep, they got to see exactly what they have, and they've got 4 pulse rifles with 50 rounds each.
So it's just Gorman, who's knocked out still, right? And Vasquez and Hicks and Hudson and Ripley and Burke and Newt, and that's it.
And Bishop, that's it.
Bishop's was
That's all that's left now. 4 pulse rifles, 50 rounds each, 15 grenades, half a flamethrower, and a damaged flamethrower. But they've got 4 robot sentries.
Mm-hmm.
So we can set up those sentries, and they've got they got to start making a plan. They got to strategize, and that's when Ripley's like, "How long until we're overdue do they send a rescue?" And Hicks says, 17 days.
Damn.
And Hudson's like,
17 hours with
that's right. Hudson freaks out again.
Yeah.
He's got to be the whiny freak out guy for this. We're not going to last 17 hours. And that's when Ripley has to stop him. Hudson, this little girl survived on her own through all this. Well, that's just great. Why didn't you put her in charge?
They put her in charge.
Deal with it, Hudson. Man. Deal with it, Hudson.
Yeah, I'm tired of your bullshit.
And then she's trying to be the voice of reason, but guess what she does next? After she's like, deal with it, Hudson. She gives him something to do.
Yeah.
She's like, we need this, we need this, we need this. You need to go look for it.
And he turns into the man, and he's just.
It refocuses him because he knows how to do that. That's
I'm on it.
He can control.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you lead people is you play to their strength in times of crisis. You give everybody something to focus on, something to do to keep them occupied, if nothing else. Even if it's busy work, they got to do something to keep their mind off of the stress or the anxiety that's coming in on them. So she pulls a straight up, Colonel tactic right there.
Yep.
And then Bishop goes to treat Gorman, and Ripley's like, whatever, go about your business. I don't care about you right now.
Oh, about Bishop. Yeah, you go ahead. Yeah, she even tells him, yeah, you go ahead and do that.
Yep. And then, back to when we're in charge, you get Newt saying, affirmative.
Affirmative.
And then we get the processor with that big explosion that happened in there. And then we get the strategy session with the mapping. They start mapping the tunnels. They set up the robot sentries, creating a bottleneck, welding the door shut, trying to figure out where the choke points are. And so this is a great picture here. This is everybody around the table, the map room, planning out what they're going to do, except for Gorman. That's everybody who's left. Gorman's still unconscious. All those Marines.
Mm-hmm.
And here's where they test the sentries, throw the barrel out there and waste some ammo. And now we get the engagement ceremony.
There you go. That's right.
This is where Hicks gives Ripley a tracking monitor. And it's like, it's not like we're engaged or anything.
She likes that, yeah.
And then you get the showing everything happening. It kind of pans around, sees what everybody's doing, shows the sentries scanning the hallways. Ripley goes and says goodnight to Newt, tries to put her to sleep, and she doesn't want to go to sleep. And you have this little mommy-daughter conversation. She's like, Ripley's talking to the doll saying, I don't see any nightmares in there. And Newt's like, she's just a piece of plastic.
Right.
Ripley's like, all right. You're a little too old for that? Okay, I'm sorry. And he's like, Mommy always said there are no real monsters. Why do parents tell kids these things when there are? It's like, well, for the most part, it's true. But there are real monsters out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, then she starts talking about making babies. I think this is part of the special edition scene, because I think they cut it out for theatrical, because she's like, she talks about how the babies come out of the tummy like mommy's made, like my mommy made, how mommies make kids. And she's like, did that happen? Did one go inside my mommy? And she's like, the truth is, I don't know. Ripley's being honest with her.
No idea.
And then they go into a conversation about, did you ever have a baby? And she says, yes, I had a little girl. And she's like, oh, where is she? And she's like, she's gone. And
Mm-hmm.
Newt's like, you mean she's dead?
Mm-hmm.
And then Ripley just kind of cuts off the conversation and gives her a hug and makes her the promise that I won't leave you. Go to sleep and don't dream. But I'm not going to leave you. She makes that promise to her right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go back to the strategy session, and here's where we get the conversation about these things. And it's like, who lays the eggs? And Hudson's like, well, like an ant hive. And Vasquez is like, bees have hives. He's like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, they were going back and forth. Yeah.
But he's getting a good point across about, like a queen. They've got this thing going on. And my thought process went back to the fact that Ripley knows that Kane found thousands of eggs under there.
Yeah.
How do they know that there's a queen? There's eggs. But they're going on the different route of, developing the queen mythologies, which Cameron added to it.
Yep.
And then Ripley's like, all right, once you're done studying the shit, I need you to destroy it. And Bishop's like, Burke gave me explicit instructions that we need to bring this back for study at corporate.
And she goes like, after Burke, yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
What did was that the Sentry scene?
Was the Sentry scene cut in theatrical? I thought I'd seen that all the time. No?
Yeah, no, I bet you it was. I think it was. They talk about the sentries, but they never showed them testing them, and they never showed the scanning with the sentries in the background and stuff. They just wanted to say, hey, we have these sentries, we put them up, and they blew away the aliens. We see them blowing up some aliens later, but
yeah,
that's it. In the theatrical cut, we don't see those scenes with the guns actually doing their thing before. Yeah, I get confused because I only ever watch the special edition these days.
Oh, okay.
And Hudson are like, what the fuck? We ain't saving this shit. And that's when she goes after Burke.
Yeah.
And Burke is like, I thought you were smarter than this. We could be set for life. All we gotta do is bring some of this back. We could make so much money. And
that what she tells him. Doesn't she tell him that you sent all these people out here and you don't care,
yes.
About damn.
Yeah. She's like, she goes back and that was her retort. She's like, I'm not gonna put up with this. I'm gonna tell him, and I'm gonna tell him about the 57 colonists that you sent to their deaths.
Right.
And he's like, what? You can't prove that. I didn't do that. And she says, I've got the records. You sent the order for them to go out into that specific site. I know you sent, and you didn't even warn them. And he says, it was a bad call. It was a bad call, Ripley. But I'm okay. We can just make money off this. I thought you were smarter than this.
Right.
And she's like, happy to disappoint you.
Yep.
But at this point, in my mind, I don't know. I would have just killed him right there.
Yeah.
Because I would think that, okay, I just turned down his big proposal, and this is everything to him. He's going to try and kill everybody else.
Well, yeah, because then she told him, she told him what she's going to do. I'm going to go do this. Shut the hell up. You need to survive this.
Yeah.
Make them think you're right. We're good. Yeah, we're going to take these back and all that. But it's a movie. You can't. You should. That's why a lot of
you don't telegraph that shit. You just don't telegraph that shit. You just do it.
You telegraph the shit. That's why he tries to do what he does. That pissed me off. I'm like, shut the hell up. Yeah.
Yeah, PNC. It's like you never saw the first movie.
Yeah. Damn. Exactly.
But yeah, no, it's she telegraphed it. She showed her hand.
Yeah, so I'm like, great. You don't do that.
Very naive thing to do, but she's the good guy, right? And
just like remember, they did the same thing in Casualties of War with Michael J. Fox and Sean Penn. Remember that?
Yeah. I tend not to watch Sean Penn movies, but
oh, awesome actor. Don't care about his politics, but whatever. Just
No, he has had some amazing roles. That's for
oh
sure.
my god, yeah, he's up there. Anyways,
and an alarm goes off, and everybody goes rushing to control, and the aliens are hitting the sentry station. The first line of defense is being hit hard, and those guns are just firing away. They're blasting aliens. They don't stop firing. They run out of ammo, and the aliens are pounding on the door. They can't get in, so now they got to find another way in. So they're going around and finding someplace else. So this gives them a little bit of a reprieve, but man, they're still out there. And then this when Bishop calls in, I got bad news. And Hudson's like, what the hell? 4 weeks out. I was 4 weeks from getting out of this chicken shit outfit. What the hell's going on? But you go out there, and the primary heat exchanger goes off, and then everybody realizes Gorman gets a clue. He's like, oh shit.
It's gonna blow. Yeah.
It's gonna blow. This whole thing's gonna blow. And they're like, how long do we have? And he's like, 4 hours. And that's when we get the plan. We've got a remote. We can bring down another dropship. We can remote pilot it down. But how are we gonna do that? Transmitter got blown up with the APC. Well, the colony's got a transmitter. Well, it needs to be realigned. Well, how do we get there? Yada yada yada. They're arguing and bullshit, and Bishop's like, I'll do it. I'm the only one that can remote pilot the thing anyway. And then
Bishop should go.
Bishop should go, man.
Like a punk. Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, first he's like, maybe count me out. Yeah, I guess we can count you out.
Count you out of
a lot of things. Yeah, man. You know what? You're right. That's right. Yeah, Bishop should go. Like a bitch, dude.
Like a bitch.
Punking out everything. It's funny. It's so funny though.
And then Bishop lays out the timeline. He's like 180 minutes. It's going to take me 40 minutes to crawl down through the tunnel,
right?
60 minutes to patch in, realign the disc, 30 minutes to prep the ship, 50 minutes for me to get it to fly down here. That's 180 minutes. That's 3 hours.
Yeah.
So that, if we've got 4 hours till this thing blows, we're cutting it close. With an hour to get out of there. And so they start prepping it. They set him up. They put him down there. Vasquez hands him a handgun, which he's like, what the fuck am I going to do with this? And hands it to Ripley.
Yeah, I don't need this. Yeah.
It's like, I don't need this. They
looked at it. I don't need it.
Yeah, the aliens aren't even going to recognize him. He's synthetic,
Yeah.
And then
he's crawling like freaking claustrophobia. Just
dude, that scene is so, man, freaks me out.
He was just moving through that tunnel.
Tight through the little tunnel. Yeah. And then the second sentry group starts firing, and they get down, and they keep firing and firing and firing. One of them goes out. One of them has 10 rounds left, and the aliens stop. They found a different. They changed direction.
Right.
So they got to find a different way in.
They're getting wasted. And all the holes they put in the damn roof. That's right. We talked about that.
An alien, a Terminator, and a Predator. He was in Predator
but he survived, and he survived the Twister. The guns are basically depleted, but the aliens pick a different route. And this is when Hicks starts showing her how to use the pulse rifle. The M41A pulse rifle.
Yeah, and I think it's incredibly awesome that the number 42 is on that gun right now, because that's how many bullets are left in it or whatever. Do you know what the number 42 is?
No.
It's the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
42?
42.
Wow.
Now now you have to find out what the question is.
Right.
It's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy for all the super nerds out there.
It's crazy. This thing was built around a Tommy gun.
It's so amazing to think about what they did to go through the props. I wish I knew more about it, but yeah, that is I did
Tommy gun and a SPOS 12 shotgun. It's crazy.
Yep. I'll start putting it all together.
Yeah.
The way they build these props is phenomenal. And you know what? If that Nerf gun from Hasbro wasn't so damn expensive, I probably would have got it and repainted it because it looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, you paint that thing, you'll have one. Yep.
Is it? I didn't even think about that. It's Refrigerator Perry's number. Yo, Joe.
Yep. The fridge's number. Well, what's Jackie Robinson's number?
I don't know.
Oh shit. Let me
look that up. But yeah, she gets up there and checks out the grenade launcher, and he's like, "Oh, you don't want that." And she's like, "You started this.
Yeah.
You got to finish it."
Show me everything.
72. Jackie Robinson was 72. Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Fridges was 72.
Fridges 72.
Yeah. And here Gorman wakes up. So Gorman's awake, and he starts trying to, getting ready to make Jackie Robinson is 42. Okay.
That's right, baby.
He gets ready to start making his explanation, and Ripley's like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah,
we're on to other stuff. And he's like, forget it, and walks off.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes in to check on Newt, and Newt's gone. She's not in the bed. And then she looks under the bed. Oh, she's under the bed. Okay. So she takes her pulse rifle and puts it on the bed and climbs underneath the bed and starts stroking her hair and decides that she's going to take a little nap. With Newt right there. They're down to 10 rounds on their last bit of ammo. The aliens have backed off to find a new strategy, and she's not worried?
And you're taking a nap with Carter J around?
Well, yeah. That dude's got to be doing something.
Yeah.
And yeah, that. But everybody's exhausted. Hicks was telling her earlier. Yeah, okay. And we see the lightning effects because we know Cameron likes his lightning effects. Man, he got real used to using that After Effects lightning attachment points, little CGI thing.
Yep. Exactly.
But there goes that. And then here we got Bishop realigning everything, setting it up. He's getting ready to go, piloting, getting the ship prepped, ready to drop. And then Ripley wakes up. And she looks over and sees 2 empty canisters.
Oh, hell no. Mm-mm.
And she's like, oh, shit. So she wakes up Newt, and they start kind of, hey, we got to take care of this. And then sure enough, one comes crawling right over the bed and traps underneath the bed, and they keep it over there, and then they run over to the other side, and the door's locked. And they start pounding on the glass. They're freaking out. They're like, how do we get out of here? They're stuck. They just don't know what to do. And she sees the pulse rifle right on the other side of the glass.
Oh, wow.
The hermetically sealed.
That tells you, oh, we're fucking somebody did this.
Well, she knows who did this. She knows who wouldn't do it, and she knows who would do it. And it's a small list. Everybody else is dead. And then she starts waving in front of the camera. Hey, we're in here. We're in here.
He turns it off, dude. God.
Boom. Turns that thing off. Just says, nope, nobody's watching this. And they start trying to, Newt's like, break the glass. And she's like, okay, and tries to break the glass. You ain't breaking that glass.
Nope.
You ain't breaking that glass.
Nope.
It's Paramasteel or whatever. Alien comes after her. She's fighting it off. Man, that thing's just trying to take it to her.
Yep.
And then one comes sneaking up right behind Newt. Luckily, Newt sees it, and catches the tail.
Oh, they hit the
Nute's not
fire.
half bad
They
either.
hit they hit the sprinklers.
They hit the sprinklers to set the alarm off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the aliens attacked them. And then everybody else was rushing down to meet them while the fire alarm's going off.
That was ingenious. They're setting that off. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's the only thing she could do, right?
Only thing she could do.
And then they take the pulse rifle, fire off the glass. Hicks goes jumping through the window. Hudson's right behind her. Hudson goes and saves Newt. Hicks goes for Ripley, but it takes
they're wrestling it off.
Yeah, Gorman, Vasquez, and Hicks to get that thing off of her.
Off her neck,
and then Vasquez blows it away.
Yeah, he throws it. He goes, ready? Boom! They throw that damn thing. It hits the wall. Tries to run back. Boom! It just tears it off.
And I love Hudson because he grabs the girl, puts his foot on the thing to keep it down there, and just right by his foot.
Right.
Takes that thing out, and
I love that scene right there.
Hudson's like,
I say we grease him right now.
Grease him right now.
Huh, you're dead, man. You're dead.
You're so dead.
Oh, yeah. He thought he could have one, have one of us impregnated so he could take us back. And oh my god.
And he's like, hold on, we don't know that. She's like, yeah, well, if he sabotaged certain freezer units on the way home, and injected them, then nobody would know the difference. And everybody sees the whole plan. It's laid out, and he's like, this is paranoid delusion here. He's trying to save his own butt, and Hicks isn't having any of it. Hicks right here pulls his gun and says, I say we waste him. And then the power goes out. Emergency lighting comes up and says they cut the power. And Hudson's like, what do you mean they cut the power? How did they cut the power?
Yeah. Exactly.
And Ripley was also trying to plead with him. No, he's got to go back.
Yeah.
Because he's got to stand trial. He's got to be witness to all this stuff. Somebody has to know what an asshole he is.
And Hicks was going to do it. Yeah.
Hicks was going to do it right there.
Yeah. Okay. You're gone.
And then after the power goes out, and then everybody's freaking out, getting into position, and Ripley or Hicks, I don't know, somebody says, Gorman, watch Burke. And he's like, I'm on it. Hudson sees motion. The motion trackers are going nuts. And they're everywhere. And they're closing in fast. And they're closing in so fast that they start backing up, and they're like, that's inside the room. They're not inside the room. I don't see him inside the room yet. PNC, I have 4. I have 4 copies of this movie, so you got me beat there.
I only got 1 copy of Resolute. I love that damn movie.
Resolute was good. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah. So they're like, they can't be inside the room. You're reading it wrong. And it's like, and then Ripley checks hers, and she's like, oh, fuck, it's right. And so then they look up, and
the ceiling. Yep.
Hicks goes to take a look and pokes his
brave ass fool. I would not do that. And you see that coming at you, that is your ass.
And you would be exactly what Hicks did right there. He falls out of the ceiling, firing up at the
ceiling
as he goes. And man, they just come crashing down.
Mm-hmm.
And Ripley starts firing, and this is the
closing
first
her eyes
alien. This is the first alien that she has killed face to face. This is the third alien she's killed in her lifetime. This is the first one she's killed face to face. The others, she blew out an airlock and she ran over with the APC. Right? Those are the only other ones she's killed. But there she goes. Kills her first alien, closing her eyes, pulling the trigger, blasting away. And they're like, short controlled bursts. Fire starts out, mass chaos is going up. Burke is like telling Gorman, do something, Gorman, as he runs away. As he goes down the corridor. And Ripley's like, medical, we got to get to medical. And then Burke closes the door and seals it on him. He's like, "You're not following me. I'm gonna be safe over here."
Yep.
And then here's Hudson.
There's
Hudson's
his
going
last
off like a
stand, right?
madman.
Get
He's just
some,
blasting
you
everybody.
want for
Get some. You want some of this? Get some.
That would have been me. That would have been me. Get some.
He's just laying waste and just doing his bit.
Oh, you want some
just
too?
throwing them. Vasquez fires some grenades.
That's a great shot of freaking Hudson right there.
Awesome. You like that? And then comes right out of the floor and it grabs Hudson.
Dylan's space. Yep.
It
grabs
pulls him all the way down.
Grabs him like that and just
hooks him on his face. And there, you had Hicks pulling on one side, you had Vasquez pulling on another. They were trying
the alien down below was tearing him.
Just yanked his ass down.
Oh.
And
that was the end of Hudson.
That was the end of Hudson. And they all go file down the corridor. Vasquez is launching more grenades, blowing stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
Burke runs around the corner, opens up a closet door, and what does he see?
Guess what he finds? Yep.
He finds his destiny.
Yep. The kiss of death right there.
The kiss of death.
The tongue with teeth.
Gets him good.
Yep.
That's the end of Burke. Then they go down the corridor, and Newt's kind of leading them down the corridor. They're running left and right. Vasquez is taking up rear cover fire. She's laying waste to anything that she can. And Gorman is right in front of her, and then Hicks, then Newt, Ripley and Newt. As they're going down the tunnels, Bishop's like, ETA 16 minutes.
Right.
And they're hauling ass. They're trying to get away as best as they can. They go through, finding everything that they can. They get to the point. Aliens are coming down those corridors like mad. They're just chasing them down. And Vasquez kind of falls behind a little bit. Gorman and Hicks are there, and Gorman's like, "I'll go back and get her." Ripley lets Newt run ahead, not on purpose, but she just gets away from her, starts running ahead. She's like, "It's right up here. It's right up here." And then an alien gets right on top of Vasquez, and she sticks her boot on its head and blows its head off.
With a pistol, yeah, with
a pistol because she ran out of ammo, and she gets hit with an acid burst.
Yeah,
and so she can't move very well. PNC, you got to check out my Instagram post from tonight. I posted a whole alien scene. I didn't show off the eggs, but I got a lot of aliens I showed that I used to die and put it up there. So I'll have to check that out when you post it. Love alien stuff. I try to do something for April 26th every month. Try to post some alien stuff for LV426.
Nice.
And then Johnny Reno, I remember so many cheers in the movies in the theater when Burke bit it. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt, man. There nobody liked Burke. Nobody liked Burke. Oh, thanks, man, PNC. I appreciate that. I'm glad you checked it out. And then we've got they found this passageway. They got the air turbine there, and they just got to get across, and they'll find a shortcut. When they get there, it'll be a shortcut. Mm-hmm. That's what she promises, right? And so they got to get there, and then guess what happens? Vasquez is hurt. Gorman goes back to help her, and they get stuck there. She can't move. Gorman stays with her, but Gorman's got a grenade. And what does she say? I always knew you were an asshole.
Yep.
As he pipes the grenade goes, backblast goes through the tunnel, knocks everybody around, knocks Newt down the air vent. Newt gets knocked down the air shaft. So that's the end of everybody except for Hicks, Ripley, and Newt and Bishop. They're the only ones left right now.
That's it. They blew up. Yep.
Everybody else is gone. So I always knew you were an asshole, Gorman.
Mm-hmm.
And then Newt slides all the way down. Ripley tries to go after her. Hicks stops her and says we can get around this way. We got the tracker. We can find her. but she's sitting here in the sewer, walking around in the water.
Yeah, that'd be scared shitless water.
Yeah, no kidding, man. You got dark water like that? Whew, fuck that shit, man. Whew. She's got her little Casey doll with her, though.
Yep.
They come around and they find her, but there she is. But they got to cut it. They got to get the welding torch out again. Now, those welders were pretty nice. They were pretty fast, but they got to cut through a bunch of steel to get through there. And they got a very short time to do it. And then it comes right out of the water. Just yanks her, takes her off. They break down the hole. Ripley starts freaking out. Hicks has to stop her. Says, I know she's alive. I know she's alive, but we have to go. There are aliens here. The transport's almost, or the dropship's almost here. We have to get to the dropship. We have to do something. Get the hell out of here.
She want to let her go, yeah.
And she's like, no, I made a promise. I can't do it. But finally, he convinces her.
The tracker with her.
They got the tracker, and they can go back and get her. Just, we got to get up here first. They get to the elevator. Aliens are following them. They close the door. One almost gets in. Hicks blows it away, but takes an acid blast to the chest. It's on his armor. He strips off his armor. His armor starts melting. Just starts dissolving. But, man, he's wounded. He's hurt. They got 26 minutes to reach minimum safe distance.
The longest 26 minutes ever.
Longest 26 minutes. Oh, wait till we get to minutes.
Exactly.
There he is. There's Bishop coming in. He's flying in with his dropship. He's getting ready to land the dropship for him. Coming down to say to the rescue. And there he is. He piloted it. No problem. And we got 26 minutes. And then he's like, we're not leaving. It's like, wait.
We're not
leaving? What do you mean we're not leaving? All right. They get in there. What's that?
Oh, no. He's like, we're not? No.
Yeah. We got something to do. They secure Hicks, get him some medical treatment, get him all set up. And then Hicks promises not to let Bishop go without her.
We're not going away.
Right before they leave, he says, Dwayne. My name's Dwayne.
Oh, that's right.
My name's Ellen. Nice to meet you, Ellen. She gets out there. She's fully loaded. She geared up. She grabbed a whole bunch of stuff. She grabbed grenades. She grabbed torches. She grabbed the pulse rifle, the flamethrower. She grabbed all this gear, starts running out the door, gets out there. 15 minutes to meet minimum safe distance.
Oh my God, I've been gone.
She hops in the elevator. She starts taking off her gear, putting on the harness, putting on the gear, strapping it together, putting on the motion detector finder. Take a moment to say that James Horner's score for Aliens is one of the best from decades of action movies. James Horner has done a lot of great music. If you're not familiar with his repertoire, you should check it out. He did some Star Trek stuff, which is where this action scene sees similarity between his Star Trek music that he did also. But John Williams and James Horner are two of my favorite composers for movie stuff. The tension he built with the music, everything about the way he did his music, I thought was pretty cool. So absolutely agree. It builds the tension. It builds the action. It's perfect. Couldn't imagine it being any different. And then she gets down, and this is her final form. She's got her flamethrower, the pulse rifle. She's got her grenades, her flares, her harness. She's ready to rock and roll.
She's ready. She Rambo'd up. Yep, exactly.
14 minutes to reach minimum safe distance. She's looking around. She's going around. She's digging everything, meeting doors and corners, firing the flamethrower, just trying to protect herself, getting through everything. And then she finds the tracker, meets up with the tracker, and there's no newt. She picks it up, and she's like, what am I going to do now? She loses all hope. She doesn't know what she's going to do. She's going to go back up. She's just going to die there. What's going to happen?
And then she screams, right?
And then you hear Newt wakes up and sees an egg opening up, and she screams like anybody should. And she's like, boom, Mama's on it. And there goes Ripley. She is just busting ass to get to her.
Mm-hmm.
She blows away the alien the face hugger as it's crawling out there. Blows away a couple other aliens that were there in protection, some soldiers. Rips her out of that cocoon. Gets that concrete stuff on or whatever it was. Man, it was
nasty junk on
nasty stuff. Nasty stuff. Grabs her and starts hauling ass. And then she stumbles on something strange.
All the eggs, right?
She finds some eggs. And then she finds this thing that's laying eggs.
That ovipositor.
It's so freaking gross.
It's so nasty. And it's what it's supposed to do is laying egg.
It's just perfect. And it's this massive thing that wraps around and you follow it. The camera follows it.
Huge ass queen.
All the way back to the queen. And basically Ripley fires her flamethrower and says, look, this is fire. You don't like fire? I'm going to aim it at your egg, bitch. And the queen's like, all right, soldiers, back off. She tells her soldiers to she got the thing going. And so sunny side up. We're going to make sunny side up eggs. That's right, Allison.
Mm-hmm.
And she starts backing her way out. And she's cruising on backwards. She's got Newt. She's got the flamethrower.
There it comes.
The eggs. And then one of them opens up. And this was just a perfect expression. I always love this expression. It's like, oh, no, you didn't.
It's like, no, you didn't.
You know what this means.
You know what I got to do now.
I have to do it.
Yeah.
There's nothing about it. I got to cook me some eggs.
Yeah, cook that damn thing up.
So she cooks them.
That was a sick burst right there.
Yeah. Man,
that thing goes far, too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why they're illegal according to the Geneva Convention.
Yeah.
Lays it out. Queen gets pissed. She just starts blowing everything away, flaming everything. She's trying to kill as much as she can, burning up that egg sack, doing everything she can. The queen gets pissed and starts ripping herself away from her own egg sack.
So she ripped herself off that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then they start running. And then you hear that the queen is right behind them. Queen is following, coming around the corner. And they're like, shit, let's keep going.
Mm-hmm.
They make it to the elevator. And they got 4 minutes. They're at the bottom of the elevator. They got 4 minutes to reach minimum safe distance. That's not when the ship blows up. That's where you have to be the safe distance away before it blows up.
Exactly.
Yeah, poop shoot. That's right. She's hitting the buttons, freaking out. One of the elevators opens. She gets in the elevator. Boom.
Oh, Allison. See what she said?
Train day, Denzel Washington. I'm gonna burn this motherfucker down. Yeah, that's right.
Oh my god. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Oh, Allison.
Walked in on her.
And then they make it to the top. And Bishop's not there. The ship's not there. What the hell are they going to do now? She's out of ammo. She starts just dropping gear because it's useless. The flamethrower's out of juice. The gun's out of ammo. She's got nothing left.
Done.
All she can do is hold Newt. And the other elevator is on its way up.
The damn queen got smart.
The queen figured out how to use a freaking elevator.
She jumped in and hit the button up.
Right.
Jeez, they don't do that by themselves. Jesus.
Well, maybe that one did because it's an emergency situation.
Up and down, yeah. He just jumped in, and here he comes.
There she is, saying, "Close your eyes, baby. Close your eyes, because we're gonna die."
We done.
That queen is right there.
And
But then Bishop
girl.
shows up. Bishop shows up, drops down the door. They hop aboard. The ship takes some damage, runs into some debris. Wink, wink,
Yeah, it gets caught.
nudge.
It gets caught on some shit. Yeah.
Gets caught on some shit. But then it takes off right as everything's exploding. Gets out of there. Number 2, dropship number 2. And kaboom, everything blows up. Now, I didn't get a shot of it, but it was one of the dumbest things I ever thought I ever saw. I said, maybe it's because it's an android. I'll just take it for that, because Lance Hendrick's eyes are wide open as the explosion happens. Like, as all this white light comes over him, and he's going like this with his eyes open. I'm like, why the hell wouldn't he just close his eyes? If he's got receptors, wouldn't that overload the receptors? You wouldn't be able to anyway. Movies, man. Movies. And you get past that nuclear explosion, and they're in space, baby. And we can take a breath.
They're gone.
They're gone, man.
They got, yeah.
We can breathe.
Got check on Hicks.
Well, yeah, so it's like, hey, Newt's like, I knew you'd come. And Bishop, they go and check on Hicks, and Hicks is unconscious because Bishop had to give him some medication to keep him stable.
Yeah.
And knocked him out. And Bishop's like, he's going to be all right. But we can't move him right now because we need to get the stretcher. And so they start going outside. Bishop starts explaining the platform was too unstable. I had to go, but I wasn't going to, I had to get back to get you guys, but that platform was getting ready to fall. And then you get that moment where Ripley's like, you did good, Bishop. I trust you. You did, you completely flipped her viewpoint on that. Yes, PNC, he did have eyelids. We saw him blink several times. So yes.
Dude was filled with 2%. We're coming 2%. To that.
Oh yeah, you'll see the next slide has got all that 2% coming out.
Oh,
that's what she said. Yeah, exactly. And so as soon as Ripley accepts another man in her life, boom, you got the milk right to the gut. He starts spewing his milk all over the place.
Yeah, he gets pierced, and then she just rips him in half.
And then, cuts the son of a gun in half. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Body parts flying everywhere. He flops. The queen comes out, shows her ugly teeth, and says, "I'm coming for you. I am pissed."
Mm-hmm. I am pissed, and I stole away on this. That looks crazy, Lance, right there.
Yeah, and they got Bishop right there. He's still semi-functional, right? He's not gone yet. And then Ripley tells Newt to run and take cover, and she distracts the queen, gets the queen to focus on her. Runs down to the door, slams the door closed. The alien's butting her head up against the door, and Ripley's trying to figure out what to do. She runs off immediately, but Newt's also, running for cover.
After she jumps in the loader.
Yes, Johnny Reno.
Nasty.
Yes, it could.
Gross.
And then, so she loads up in the loader. She starts gearing all that up and opens up the door. The alien finds Newt, starts ripping off panels, and Newt's screaming. And then, boom, she opens the door. There she is, and she walks out, and she says her line.
Get away from her, you bitch.
That's right. Right there. And then they have their duke out. They start boxing. And for some reason, the alien queen is not as fast as her drone. So she's pretty slow. The suit is pretty slow. The loader's pretty slow. This is how heavy it is. They're going back and forth fighting, and then right here, Ripley keys open the inner door. She opens up the inner door to the cargo bay, brings the alien over there, getting ready to dump her, and they both go.
Yeah, the alien pulled her down. Yep.
They fall down the pit, and Ripley's like, "I'm out of fucking here." Unbuckles herself, starts climbing up. As she's climbing up, the alien reaches up and grabs her leg, pulls her back down. So she grabs a hold of the ladder and hits the outer door, opens that bitch up. And as that suction's coming, she's holding on for dear freaking life.
Dear life. That looks like it hurts.
That should have ripped her shoulder right out of socket, right?
Yep.
Bishop goes getting pulled towards the airlock, and he grabs a hold of some of the flatching the
flooring
the whole time that's there. Hold on to the flooring. She's holding on for dear life, and she finally kicks her leg and loses her Nikes, and there goes the alien.
Yep.
Queen gets tossed out, floating into space, drifts off. Bye-bye, Queenie.
Bye-bye, Queenie, dirty bitch. Done. She's somewhere still floating around in space.
yeah, whatever. I mean, they can live in the vacuum. We don't know what food supply they actually need. Have you guys seen the real life power loader Hackmaster?
God,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. That's impressive. They actually built a power loader like that.
That's cool.
Yeah. Hacksmith. Yeah, I have seen that. That was quite a while ago, I think. But yeah, the technology's there, man. We can build it. I've seen a lot of power armor type of stuff that some military units are actually using, like Russian military stuff, using some reactive power armor type of things.
Oh, excuse me.
And then we got that air section, grabs Newt, starts grabbing her by, and Bishop reaches out and catches her. So he saves Newt. Ripley climbs up, closes the door, grabs a hold of Newt. What does Newt say?
Shit. I don't know.
Mommy.
No.
Yes, she does.
Wow.
She goes running to her and says, "Mommy."
She said,
like, okay.
Ripley. No.
No, she said, "Mommy." Wow. She's like, "Oh,
that's corny." She shouldn't have said that.
Come on, man.
That's corny as shit. Mommy, get out of here. You tough.
What else is she gonna say?
Ripley?
What does a kid say? What does a kid say when they're emotional? When they need something? They say, "Mommy." Right? And so now she's recognizing Ripley. Ripley is her mom now because,
and this Ripley is a special edition?
Ripley left her daughter. Last she saw her daughter was about this age.
Full circle, right?
It's full circle. Newt's lost her parents. Ripley's lost her daughter. Yeah, those two are going to bond. So she's like, "Mommy." And then Bishop says his line, "Not bad for a human."
Yeah, not bad for a human.
Not bad for a human. Yeah. I always pictured that when you step on a beetle.
Yeah.
Tony's gonna think this is cheesy in 38 years.
Ellen. That's how it is. Yeah, cheesy ass. Mommy. Well, 2% is hanging on for dear life.
And then you go through the whole thing, and you see everybody getting put into hypersleep, and then they go back and they say their line, and Ripley's putting Newt to bed and says, "We can both dream." Basically, they've faced their nightmares. Their nightmares are over. They're done with it. They can both sleep and dream of good things. And then Ripley puts her to bed and says, "Sleep tight." And the last line of the film is said by Newt.
Allison.
She says, affirmative. Was the last line of the
Wow.
movie. And then we see them being snuggly, and then the credits roll, and we will forget or not acknowledge that there are any other Aliens movies. There were only 2 Aliens movies, and these are them.
Yep. And there's no. I hate it when they try to make it like Hicks died. He got impaled from something, and then they brought him back in the video game and all that bullshit.
So I go with the comic history and some of the novels that were written, or novelettes that were written, because they tell the story past Aliens before they ever made Alien 3. A lot of them did. And they go through what happens to Newt, what happens to Hicks and Ripley when they get back to Earth.
Yeah.
They go through a lot of that stuff. Those comics are great. They just put out a new omnibus that has a lot of them in it. It's a good book. That's my continuation that I like. And then if you go to the comics, the Dark Horse comics with Alien versus Predator and all that kind of stuff, I really like that version. I don't entirely mind the full director's reassemblance of Alien 3. It's better than the theatrical. I snuck in to see the theatrical version of Alien 3 and was very disappointed.
Yeah. I found out afterward. I didn't watch like Prometheus and all those till way after, and I was like, damn, those Weyland-Yutani androids are freaking horrible.
Oh right? God. No doubt.
Oh my God, what they did to him. Yeah, that the female who survived that for me. Oh my God. Yeah. And it just experimented and H.R. Geigered her and oh my God. She was a survivor of one of those Prometheus movies, and she got it the worst.
Yep.
After that, from Michael Fassbender's android, whatever his name was, I forgot.
Well, it depends on which one. There was David, and there was another one.
David, yeah, David was the good one or bad one.
I don't remember. I'd have to go back and watch it again.
Yeah.
But how's that, PNC? How did Michael Biehn make more money off of Alien 3 than Aliens?
David.
It was David. Yeah.
David was the jackass one, yeah.
Yeah.
He was it was Lance Henriksen. He was Weyland, right?
Well, so he played the corporate guy in Aliens 3 or Alien 3 that came to try and convince Ripley to surrender the stuff to the corporation.
And then his character turned into what's that guy's name? He was on Iron Man 3. The bad guy. Guy Pearce. Wasn't Guy Pearce in that Prometheus? He was Weyland-Yutani or something. He was Weyland.
Yes.
Or something.
Well, so he was one of the corporate guys, but he wasn't related to Peter Weyland. That was what's her name's character. She was the daughter of Weyland. But Lance Hendricks became Peter Weyland.
He was in the Predator Aliens movies and stuff, yeah.
So but that so he was that Weyland, but he was also in no, that was Guy Pearce. Yeah.
Well, Guy Pearce, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Guy Pearce is awesome.
Yeah, dude, he's amazing. I love all of these movies for different reasons, but in terms of canon, those first 2 are the ones that sit for me.
That's it, yeah.
After that, I do enjoy the story, the mythos, and all that stuff, but I like to think that there was a very different ending for Hicks, Ripley, and Newt. I don't like seeing that.
Yeah, that's why with Rocky it ends with 3 for me. It's done because after the way he was in Rocky 3 and Rocky 4, he loses all his money and goes back to wearing the hat and walk.
I know. Hey, you know what? I like Rocky 4.
Do you? Tommy Morrison bullshit.
Hey, no. That was the Russian thing because he killed Apollo.
Oh, that was Rocky 4. Yeah, that was Rocky 4. You're right. That's fine. Okay.
So I like Rocky 4 because it does show his kind of downfall a little bit.
I like 4. I'm sorry. He was still had money and he still You know,
Yeah, he was.
Apollo was the
Yeah,
one who wanted to get back. Yeah, I like
5 was
4. 4 was
terrible.
cool. 5 was horrible with Tommy
Gunn
Morrison.
was yeah. What's his name? Gunn was terrible. They never should have done that.
Well, he went. Well, and then he kind of regressed back to the hey, Paulie, hey, yo, what happened? You were
Yeah, that was garbage.
you
I was
were
not
with
happy with
it
that.
in part 3. Don't tell me that the fights got you back to the no agent. No,
Yeah, no, yeah, no. I didn't like 5. I liked Rocky
I didn't like
Balboa.
5.
I did like Rocky Balboa.
Rocky Balboa was okay.
And then I don't know. The Creed movies are okay. I go back and forth, but the
I
first
like
one
the
was
first
pretty
one.
good.
I like the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, first one was good. Tommy Gunn, man, that was terrible. That was a terrible storyline, and
That
they
was
put in
horrible. The
they
guy
put
who
in
played like
maids and street fighting.
it was I was dumb, and then there was a guy who played like the Don King character. That was so stupid.
Yeah, no, I had no love for that one at all.
No.
I love this movie. I love the comic books. I have this video game prop of a face
Yeah.
eater that somebody got for me. So
That thing looked like it's about to come out.
well, it's got the little nub there. Yeah.
I like that.
This little thing here, man. I love this thing. It
That's
it
cool.
opens up. I got it at Toys R Us a long time ago. It opens up
Man.
there, and then it just pops open, and you got a little APC that rolls out.
Yeah.
It's
Woo.
so sweet. And I've got my Leonard aliens that I did in my photo shoot. Those things are so cheap. I love them. I got a whole bunch of them, so I can make an army of them. 5x5, yeah.
Yeah, win the pipe. 5x5.
But yeah, huge Alien fan. Like Carter Burke business card somebody got me. But honestly, those two are my favorites. And I think so. Everybody who's still here, we appreciate you listening. We love to have you here. I believe that in 2 weeks we are going to do Roadhouse. Punk and I, Lawrence and I, have kind of come to the decision that we've got a huge backlog of stuff. Since we voted on so many, the things that didn't get voted on, we're going to kind of go back and revisit and see where we want to go with those. And I think the next one's going to be Roadhouse.
Keep it going. Hell yeah.
And then we'll see how we air the videos. We want people to come over to Punks on Film. We want you guys to see it here. So please subscribe over there. We really appreciate that. But to get those viewers over, we've been trying to migrate people from Punk with Toys. So we're trying to share that bandwidth a little bit.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. Thanks for, Punk asked me to fill in for him on his trip, and he's getting over that, and he'll be back in 2 Thursdays. Yep. Oh, the next Thursdays he's with who? Who's he got on Punk with a
shoot. I forget who he's going to be with.
I forgot.
I think he told me, but
who is it? Dang it! I thought I tipped my tongue. I don't know who it is too. I forgot.
He mentioned it on Monday's stream. I know he did. Sorry, Lawrence, we're letting you down there. But come join us on that one because he'll have a great guest. It's from you guys. It's from the audience. So I know he's got a couple others in the pipeline that are coming down.
Yeah.
And then I'm just shooting photos myself, taking pictures every day, posting them up. So I appreciate you guys checking it out on Instagram, Mamu's Action Figure Blog. Trying to up my game and do some more collabs and stuff like that. But some people are liking them, so go check them out and show some love. I hit 1,500 subscribers this week. So
nice,
thank everybody who's subscribed. I really appreciate everybody who's paying attention to that. Tony, what you got coming up?
Oh man, I just want to congrats on the 1,500. I'm right behind you with 1,220.
Get it, man, get it. Hard work.
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying to be like you, dude. Just trying to pump out these customs, and it's fun to make them and fun to post them and hear all the feedback. And thanks to you and thanks to Punk, let me come on here and stand in for him. It's been fun. He's coming. He's on his way back. So that's awesome. definitely be in the chat for the next one, and definitely be on the lookout for a Punk with a Friend. I'm glad he's doing that, getting to know the people in his chat.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Really
no one's doing that. No one's doing that. So
yeah,
tune in. It's always good. You can always find me on Tony's_figs. Just busting out the customs when I got time.
You do that
usually on Sundays when Punk is on for 3 hours.
Yeah, awesome, man. You got any streams coming up or any projects?
No, I might do something. What is it? The 18th with Pains. I might be on with him. We're all gonna, just customize with it. Whatever we're working on. Nice. Have the cameras on our stuff and just talk a lot of crap and
start painting me
stuff. Oh yeah.
He'll send me random things and send me a link and say, "Hey, come on our show." When he's doing some random thing, but never on his Friday nights. Oh well.
Oh yeah, that's it. Is that his thing? Friday. He has Friday night things like.
His like Friday night is his counseling session thing that he does.
Well, he has toy therapy, and then he has this and he goes and he customizes another. Other people will be doing stuff, and they'll just be talking, shooting the shit. And Allison,
so he just does some random stuff. That's on Saturdays. So his Fridays is his therapy session. His Saturdays and/or Sundays is his kind of around with everybody.
Well, I think he either asked me. Hey, I got to check with him either the 18th or 19th about the customizing session and stuff. So I got stuff loaded up. Mostly, I got some head sculpts to paint for Torch and another one for my Chuckles. And I'm kit bashing and messing around. I just had parts, so I'm going to cobble together a clutch just to put with my OG13. I know they're making him with the vamp, but that doesn't stop me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Allison was asking if I do commissions, and I'm like, I'm leaning toward that little by little. So it just depends.
Well, you got to set the market for that. So anybody who's asking for customs, you got to be understanding of what it costs to make them.
Yes.
Understand what you're going to have to pay for them.
Yes. The people ask, and some don't get it. It's just like, well, it's not. If you want, some of them want the custom. Do you want it to look like mine? Do you want another one like this? You know what it took to make this? Where I had to scrounge to make it? It's not like these parts are just there for me to grab. You've got to search for them, hunt for them. If you come to me like, if I tell you you need this and you ship all the parts to me, we could talk and it's going to be cheaper for you.
Yep.
Yeah, because then you're just talking about the skill, the talent, the time, the paint, all that stuff. And it's up there. It's pretty good. But yeah, like DJ said, time is money.
Time is money.
So it just depends, Allison.
You might be able to hit him up. All right. Thank you, guys. We appreciate you coming to watch us, and have a good evening. And we will see you on the next one. Have a good night.
Later.